What's going on, motherfuckers? Welcome to the Crocs and Hot Pockets podcast. My name is Knackers, and today is Sunday, August 11th, 2019, and this is episode 1 motherfucking 100. It's so good to see you guys. Woo! We fucking did it! This episode, of course, is a free-for-all, and tonight I am joined by SaltySam, MiddleAgedStream, and BishopGP. SaltySam, how are you today?
Doing great. Had a nice day outside, actually.
Oh my God, you went outside?
It was in the low 80s today, so it really wasn't bad. Humidity was low.
It was the same for us. It was extremely nice. We also had low humidity. We had a nice breeze. It was like nut fan, but outside at all times.
Exactly.
Good shit. MiddleAgedStream, what's crack-a-lackin', bud?
What's crack-a-lackin'? I did not go outside because it's like 104 on the heat index here, man.
Oh.
Spend a whole lot of time in the air conditioning because I'll be spending a lot of time outside over these next couple months.
Yes, you will. And Mr. Bishop and Dog, how are you guys?
Yeah, we've got Ruby joining us today. The dog herself. She's just sitting in the background, kind of frozen. It'll be interesting to speed up the like a clip and see if she's
moves at all.
Move at all. But I'm good. I'm good. It's actually really nice out in Portland. Yesterday it was like overcast and rainy. I took Ruby to the park yesterday, and then I actually didn't know it was August until I looked at my egg cartridge yesterday and was trying to figure out if they were spoiled or not. So,
wait, it's been 11 days of August.
I know. I had no idea. Well, obviously I knew that it was a new month. I just didn't know which month it was. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have known.
When's the last time you left the house? Like,
I went to get a hot dog today at a hot dog
stand. I got myself a wiener, bud. Oh God. All right, we're gonna get back to these guys in just a hot second. During the show, if you would like to ask any of us a question to be answered during the Q&A near the end of the show, you can use the !Q command in chat. If we're not live and you'd like to ask a question or submit any kind of feedback at all, feel free to shoot me an email at podcast@knackers.com. And lastly, if you enjoy the show and you would like to support us without spending a dime, please consider clicking on that link in chat, giving us a like, giving us a retweet, or leaving us a review for the podcast on iTunes. So what we're going to do... Oh, fuck, she moved!
She moved, yeah.
Oh,
I didn't
my
think
God.
she was going to. She's scratching.
Oh, God. She knows we're talking about her.
She knows. I'm sorry.
What we're going to do is we're going to go around the room, and even though it's been 100 episodes, we still need to reintroduce yourself just in case. So we're going to go around the room, have everybody do so, and SaltySam, start with you.
My name is SaltySam. You can find me on Twitch at SaltySam, Twitter at TheSaltySam, and Mixer at SaltySamAF.
Really?
Please tell me you got that.
Serious, I made that account just for shits and giggles. I wanted to see what the hype was all about. It's garbage. Yeah.
Wait, do you have SaltySam and SaltySam AF?
No, I don't have SaltySam. I just have SaltySam AF.
Okay.
Oh,
Because all the other variations of my name I've used on every other fucking platform are all taken. Because it's fucking Microsoft. Xbox Live's been around since I was like fucking 10.
Oh, did they use the same login?
Yeah.
Really?
Which I didn't know. So I logged into my old Xbox account and I was like, oh, fuck, I can't use this. This is trash. Because it was one of those usernames you make when you're like 8 years old.
Yeah. It was XX SaltySam 69.
It's just like my name.
Okay, so putting the lowercase x and the uppercase X on the inside and outside of your username, was that just for aesthetics, or did that actually have like some deep gang violence?
To get around people that already had your name.
Okay. I never understood that because no one ever wanted to call themselves Balls until recently. It's been a lot harder to get my name now.
Yeah. So that's it. Instagram salty all day.
My name is Jimmy, aka MiddleAgedStream. You can find me on Twitch and Instagram at MiddleAgedStream, MiddleAgedStream on Twitter, and actually you can find me at MiddleAgedStream on Mixer as well.
Ooh, really? Secured that spot, huh?
Oh shit!
I just went ahead and I figured I might as well. I mean, I don't really have any plans, but I was like, I wanted to see like Salty did. I wanted to see what the hype was about. I couldn't figure it out. Well, we're gonna talk about Mixer later in the show though, so I'll save it for that.
I'm ready. It's my turn. I'm ready.
Is that a question?
My name's Elliot Bishop. My name's Elliot Bishop. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/BishopGP, on Twitter at Bishop Was Here, and on D Live at Big Poppy Thick Boy 69 420.
I didn't invite you guys on this podcast so that you can fucking advertise other platforms, okay? I'm trying to build a brand here. This one. Fucking D Live. I'm gonna give you D Live. You hear what I'm saying? We're gonna have to censor that shit. Anyways.
Where do you post this podcast? What's that website? It's a podcasting website.
All of them.
All of them, yeah.
Allofthem.com.
I don't know what you mean. So when you post it to iTunes, it goes everywhere. It hits, I think, like 9 different podcasting platforms.
Don't you have a specific website where you post all the episodes though? I thought there was like an app that you're using.
Oh no, so Audio Snack is on Anchor.
Oh,
and then
Anchor.
I take clips of Crocs and I put them on there. But no, that's just for Audio Snack. There is like the way that I have to submitting if you don't go through Anchor, submitting podcasts to iTunes is still a fucked up process. It is insanely difficult. I have a tutorial on YouTube. It's like a 30 or 40 minute tutorial on how to just get like your podcast feed hooked up with iTunes. It's ridiculous. Anchor makes it super easy. You sign up, they take care of all the publishing and all the feeds, and you don't have to lift a finger, which is why anybody that comes to me and asks me about podcasting, I'm like, save yourself, do it. Let's do it on Anchor. There is a website, like an ancient website called FeedBurner. You basically have to use a blog to generate an RSS feed, and then you have to submit that RSS feed to iTunes Connect, which in part gets you your podcast on iTunes. And there's a blog website where they're posted, but I never use it. It's literally just there to feed the feed.
That's crazy. That sounds like a nightmare.
It is. And you still have to pay people. Like I use AWS. It's like there's 100 episodes on there. I think I pay like 49 cents a month for that space.
Well, that's not bad at all.
No. You get, I think you get up to a certain amount. It's super low cost. And then as soon as you go over kind of like a certain threshold, I think every episode is like anywhere from 200 to 300 megabytes in size. So they're not too large, but you know, after a certain amount of time, it adds up. What are we drinking tonight? Salty.
I've actually got 2 drinks tonight. I've been drinking one in front of the camera. Dos Equis.
Oh, of course.
Ooh,
Typical.
Dos Equis.
Classy.
But in an effort to class this occasion up, I brought a mug. And I brought a $14 bottle of champagne to celebrate.
You know what?
resent
I was
that.
going to buy some fucking champagne.
I'm going to fill this fucking mug up
I
with
resent
champagne.
that. Dos Equis is classy. I want to stop this podcast right now because Dos
What?
Equis is the
Dos
classiest
Equis
beer.
is
It is
interesting,
classy. Yeah, it's classy.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's hella classy. What do you mean?
But it's not
like
$14
splash.
bottle of champagne class.
That's
Mm.
true. That's true. It's
Yeah.
close.
Does Dos Equis get shit on for not being a good beer?
No.
I mean,
hope
it's a
not.
lager. It doesn't have a whole lot of flavor, but it's great in the summertime, man. It's a great summer beer.
Yeah.
Okay.
I normally drink mine with a wedge of lime in it. It's
Mhm.
fucking
Yep.
amazing.
That's the
And
only way to do it, man.
the first time I ever had it with a wedge of lime was at the Mexican restaurant that's near me. The authentic Mexican restaurant that's near me.
I've never thought about putting lime in Dos Equis.
It's,
Oh, dude,
Oh,
life changing.
It's
Changes the
will
whole
change your entire life.
Sounds like,
You'll
I mean,
never
like if I
drink another beer
enjoy,
when it's hot ever again.
In a pinch, you can just use a little lime juice also if you don't have the limes.
okay. I mean, I like Vin Diesel, so like, why wouldn't I like Dos Equis?
Mhm.
Yeah, no, it's great. Just make sure you get the lager and not the amber, because the amber, I don't like the amber as much when it's hot. It's a little
Ew.
thicker.
It's not
Wait,
as
that's
good.
triple X versus double X. Knackers. There's only 2 X's on that bottle. That's not triple X. Is that what your Vin Diesel reference?
No.
Vin Diesels are Coronas.
Yeah, that's what I call Coronas
Oh,
because of Fast and the
okay.
Furious.
Okay, I thought it was the X reference.
No, that
I
was
like,
pretty
whoa,
smart.
It's not double X.
That was pretty good. I didn't pick up on that. I'm like, wait a minute. Does the Amber Ale have 3 X's and the regular Dos Equis only? I was so lost for a second, but we're fine. We're back.
I am drinking a German Pilsner called Vorsteiner. It's a
Ooh.
classic. And then here in a little bit, once I'm done with this one, I grab my other one. I'm gonna go downstairs. I got some top shelf whiskey, and I'm gonna have a little sip since it is the 100th episode. I don't have any fancy champagne, but I do have some top shelf whiskey. So I'm drinking some of that.
Salty said that his beer was classy. You also said that your beer was classy. Who's giving out these seals of approvals? Like, I feel like you walk by any fucking diner in New York and it says world's best cup of coffee. Who's being the judge of these classy beers?
Well, let me just, for the viewers out there and the people listening, you know what I normally drink. And I have been normally drinking over the past few months. And they're all Budweiser products that are fucking trash.
Okay.
So
Fair enough, yeah.
Anything, a glass of iced water would be better class-wise than any of the shit I typically drink. So
cheers,
that's where we're at.
I am currently drinking. I actually made myself a really nice espresso, and I'm drinking just espresso and like as an iced coffee with a little bit of cream in it. But I do have a beer in the fridge for a little bit later. But the crazy thing is that the reason that I chose to go with espresso is that I recently taught myself how to actually make espresso instead of just hot water with coffee bean in it. So I've been able to get like the crema and everything. I'm super stoked on it. Like I wake up in the morning like, yes, I'm gonna make a really nice espresso now.
Is that the cups from Starbucks?
Yeah. This is like a thermos.
Okay,
is that what they call it? I don't know.
I have seen those. I'm not afraid to admit that I love Starbucks. I love multiple products at Starbucks, and they have a new line of cups, mugs, and thermi up on the wall. And I'm like, oh man, I have no reason to buy any of those, but they look sweet.
Yeah, this one's badass. It's like gunmetal black, like a dark gunmetal, and yeah, I've had this one since I was living in Arizona, so almost a year now.
Okay.
It's yeah, this thing we throw it in the dishwasher. Casey has the exact same one. We just travel with them all the time. So
all right, I'm getting one. I can't believe how pitch black it is outside and how sunny it is for you right now.
If I open up that's through the blinds too. If we open up the window, it'll be like death in here. The sun never goes down. I always it's interesting because like I've lived in Arizona almost my entire life, and Arizona is a sunny place, right? And I moved to Portland within the year, and I always judged the time that I would start my stream around when the sun started going down. It was like it would tick in my mind that I needed to be going and starting my stream or either that or going to the gym. And it's weird here because like I'll just be sitting here doing whatever, and all of a sudden I kind of like look outside and it's like, oh, it's still sunny outside. I still have time. And then I look down and it's like 9:30 p.m. I'm like, what the fuck happened? Time. It happens constantly. It's crazy. I need to set some alarms.
You're probably the only person in the history of my friends and that has based anything off of where the sun is at. You caveman.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm basically
what?
a caveman. Yeah, I'm basically a cave. To be completely honest, I'm as close to a caveman as you can get. Oh, there's the sun there. Just measure it with my fingers. Like, oh, there's about half an hour until the sun goes down. And then by this time the sun goes down, it's like midnight.
That's crazy. And that's obviously just during the summer.
Hemisphere shit.
It's yeah. I mean, it goes down around like 7 o'clock at night in the winter. So it's not it doesn't vary too much, but
okay.
It's just very strange. I remember when I first watched one of Casey's streams, I was like watching it. I was like, what the hell is this, a VOD? Because it was still sunny outside. And I remember I was sitting in Arizona and I was like, man, this is like, it's like bright outside. Is she in like Japan? And I was trying to like figure it out in my mind. And then all of a sudden she's like, no, I'm in Portland. I was like, oh shit, why is it still sunny there? Is it like 5 hours behind us?
Right. I am drinking. I got 2 new beers tonight. I got the new raspberry wild sour by Distill, and it is fantastic. And I also got from Distill the Hawaii 5 Ale. Blonde ale with pineapple, coconut, mango, peach, and guava.
I haven't had either one of those.
Yeah, they were both in that little sour fridge at the liquor store.
Nice.
But you know what? These both sound fantastic. And with me being on a diet from drinking beer, I felt like these would be perfect.
Last time I was on the show, I brought some lychee into the game, and now I'm back on coffee. Like I feel like I need to step it up. Like I feel like I need to keep bringing these exotic drinks into the game.
You do live in Portland. You know what? We were at the grocery store the other day, and I found some lychee on the shelf, and I took a picture of it, and I just now realized that I forgot to send it to you.
Dude, Gent did the exact same thing like 3 or 4 days ago, and he had some lychee drink, and he said it was really good. So
interesting. I think they were just lychees in a can. I was like,
they're still really good. They're like little tiny
Pre-skinned.
fruit things. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I thought
mean,
they were poisonous.
The
if you eat the skins, yeah, you don't want to do that, or else you'll. We almost did that on the last podcast.
Yeah, is there a warning label on the cans, or maybe when they were in the
They're
can
probably
they
peeled.
came skinned?
They probably peeled, yeah, and it's just like a little naked little like
Nut.
fruity thing.
It's
yeah,
like a big ass
fruity
grape
nut
with
thing.
a pit in it.
Yeah,
So
something
Like
weird.
that's the texture it is. It's like a big ass grape with a huge pit.
yeah.
Veiny.
It's weird.
Nasty.
They're good, but they're such a pain in the ass to peel that it's not worth the effort for me.
Yeah. Just get them pre-peeled. Get that can of pre-peeled lychees.
There's an Amish farm down the street from me that sells lychees.
Really?
Whoa.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Do they grow? Oh, so how do they grow? Are they like these grow up in the
never
dirt?
fucking-
Do they come down from a tree?
I have no idea.
I don't
I don't
either.
know, I'm googling it.
I suppose they all come from the dirt.
Resident lychee
It's
expert.
probably a
Hold on.
vine.
I didn't know that lychees even existed until the last time we
I'm
were talking with Bishop.
guessing vine or bush. That's it.
Listen, I'm here to transition this podcast into an educational TED talk. All right, we're gonna figure out every time I come on, we're gonna talk about lychees for like 45 minutes. Even
He's
though
just a marketing agent for the lychee farmers of South America.
Show has always been educational.
it's a soap berry, SOAPBERRY. What the hell is a soap berry?
Also known as a loofah.
Oh, it goes off of a tree. Yeah, it's a loofah. It's just it goes off of a tree.
Okay,
Oh, shit.
interesting. A lychee tree.
What is this soap berry?
All right, so we have quite a few topics that we could touch on tonight because a shit ton has happened in the past 2 weeks. It feels like it's been a month since the last episode, but it has been 2 weeks, and it seems like things are burning down all around us. It's World War Internet, and honest, you know what? I say that, but I really don't feel that way at all because I'm just over here in my little corner in my own little world, and I just don't see myself as affected by a lot of the things going on as other people. And maybe that's a blessing, maybe that's a curse.
That's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
That's how I am with regular traditional news.
Oh my God, it's all so terrible. Like my mom tries to like tell me about things that are happening on the news. I'm like, Mom, just stop. They got you. Right.
I'm here to visit you, not the world.
Oh God, yeah. Fox 2.
They do that at my work too. And it's just like, you know what? Everybody, no matter who you're talking about, is a fucking idiot. It doesn't matter what letter is after their name. They're all fucking assholes stealing every dime we have. So I don't give a shit.
I feel like every time, I don't know if you guys have this, but when I go, like every time I go back and see my parents, it's like it's kind of like we're already like, it's like walking into a universe where zombie apocalypse or some sort of apocalyptic event has already happened. And then they're updating me like from their point of view. They're like, oh my God, we've been living in here where we got soup cans. And, you know, there was like a militia of enemies that came to our door a couple of weeks ago. It's like, listen, I see everything that you guys see. I don't know why it has to be like a political update event when I show up at the house. Like, I just want to see you guys.
I mean, you do live in one of the most outrightly protesty cities on the face of the earth.
Do you know what's crazy though? I have yet to see anything. I've been here for a year and no one's fucking done anything. I've literally seen, there was a big like CNN bullshit about some protests that was going on, and like police violence and a bunch of bullshit with like protesters everywhere. And I remember making a Snapchat. I like opened up my window and I can see like all of Portland from like where I'm in downtown Portland. And I like opened my window. I was like, where the fuck is everyone? Like, where is everyone freaking out? It's just a bunch of, I feel like there's like little micro pockets of shit that happens, but
Yeah, they just blow it
reality,
up.
yeah.
Have you ever made sure that your windows are real and they're not LCD screens that are portraying a simulation to you instead?
I typically do that like twice a day. I actually, now that you say that, I could be just in a shipping container somewhere still in Arizona. And it's just monitors. Oh, let me out.
Is that how you check just to make sure that they're not televisions?
Just like open
Just
the window and
punch
be like,
through the
someone
screen.
look at me.
Fucking Black Mirror season 7 is going to be Bishop's apartment and his dog that he thinks is real that doesn't move.
It doesn't move until I touch it, and then it starts simulating.
There is quite an insane optical illusion. The dog looks far away because of the focal length of the lens, but when you're able to just reach out and touch her, it's like, oh shit, he's actually really close.
No, my arms are just 9 feet long.
I'm
What,
actually just Mr. Incredible.
what
I tie
is
my shoes standing up, like just straight up.
with your shorts up to your fucking waist? That's gonna be
That's
a
for
fucking
flexibility,
clip
bro.
for sure. What lens do you have on that camera right now?
35 millimeter, T 1.3. So it's
Is it
like
a prime?
cinematic lens. Yeah.
Fuck. Sony A7 II?
A7S, the original A7S.
Oh baby. Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
It was
I'll
pretty
stop
good, though.
jizzing on your technology for now. All right, what do you guys want to get into first? There's so much drama.
I would like to get into No Man's Sky first.
Yes.
If-
Okay.
Yes,
you-
let's get
Let's
some.
let's start
shit
with
out of the
something
way.
positive. Let's
Yeah,
do
okay.
positive shit. What's your hand up for? Go
My
ahead.
hand- I'm raising my hand because Jimmy is a school teacher, and that's something
Oh.
that I know.
Go
I know that
ahead, go ahead.
Reach to me first.
Teach us, teacher.
Teach us. So the only thing I will say about No Man's Sky is this is a perfect topic for me because I have only played the game after they fixed it. I played it for like 20 minutes and then it felt like it was a job and then stopped playing it, refunded it. So that's
Okay.
my experience.
Okay. Well, let me talk to you real quick. So, No Man's Sky is releasing a brand new update, and I guess it's basically almost a sequel in all but name, because they're adding so much to it. First of all, they're adding VR support for every VR platform, PlayStation, PC, any type of VR you have, and if you can play the game on PC, any VR system, Oculus Rift, whatever, you can play it in VR.
That's gonna be nice.
They also went and readjusted the models, the ship models, and everything else to make it seem like made them bigger. Because if you're going to be in VR, so it actually seems more appropriate size. It now has true multiplayer, up to 32 players in one instance on PC. For console, 16. There's a new social space that you can get into called the Nexus, where you can meet people, trade ships, weapons, emotes. There's creature taming you can now do in the game. You can tame creatures, ride creatures,
SaltySam.
creatures,
Milk them.
milk them.
Dude,
Yeah.
Luke Skywalker.
Yeah. Milk
This is-
them. Yes, Luke
Okay,
Skywalker
alright.
style.
I'm sitting
Yeah.
up now. All right, I'm ready.
There's multiplayer missions, so you can team up with your buddies to go on an archaeological dig, or you can go fight pirates together, or you can go on like a mystery, like hunt 'em down type quest. Cooking and recipes, new types of aliens, NPCs moving around, dogs and cats living together,
Dogs
total
and cats?
insanity. But there's a lot. There's new things, new types of expanding base building, which is a totally optional part of the game. They changed. It's funny you mentioned how you only played it for 20, 30 minutes. You probably only played it so little, you didn't even get off the ground then, did you? You didn't even get in the ship?
No, all I did was mine for a little bit, and then it was Casey and I. We both bought the game. We sat and we played it for a little bit. It was a suggestion of one of our streamer friends, and we played it for a bit, and we're like, this is fun, but it's too much work. So we never did any of the building of ships or like flying or any I think we had like a small craft. I think we had a small craft we could move around to. But I don't think we ever left the planet, which I'm sure is like 80% of the game.
Oh yeah. It doesn't really. Well, now they've readjusted the beginning game, so where you're in a ship flying out, leaving within 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So they've
Instead
changed.
of taking 2.5 hours to find all the
Exactly.
shit you need to repair your ship.
Yeah, they've changed the beginning of the
Yeah.
game. They've changed it. From all accounts, from everything I've heard, and some of the reviewers that have had early access to this new update, it's basically No Man's Sky 2.0, and it's supposed to be fantastic. And I'm super, super stoked to play it. I actually purchased the game for a third time, so I have it on every
Oh.
platform now. I have it on PS4, which I bought it on originally.
Okay.
And then I bought it on PC because I wanted to be able to play it in 4K. But then I realized I can't stream and play a game in 4K on my PC. It's too much for my computer, to handle.
Oh yeah.
So I bought it for the Xbox One X so I can, because it's a 4K on that,
Yeah.
and I can just
How many friends
capture
do you
that
have in 4K?
Can we
and
like?
play it.
I wish I had the patience to do this, but I would love it if somebody out there would take every clip of what we've talked about this game. It would probably be
my
like a
God.
fucking 3-hour episode
At
just
least
by itself.
Maybe half of the Crocs and Hot Pockets podcasts we've discussed this game.
It's
I think.
fucking incredible how
Yeah.
how that company rebounded. God love
Yeah.
them.
I actually
Motherfucker.
have a great idea that I might be able to validate this.
Oh,
You're just gonna Google the fucking.
I'm just gonna search for the word No Man's Sky in my scripts folder and see
Oh,
how
yeah,
many
yeah,
of
yeah.
the scripts show up.
will you do
Well,
that? I'll Oh, sorry, Salty. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that a lot of times that game just came up without even being in the fucking script.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah, we've talked about it ad nauseum for years. It came out 3 years ago. I mean, we've talked about it a ton. But let me just say, I was super excited when the update came out. But like you said, it was still a little bit tedious. It was still a little bit of work. I was playing other games too, and so I lost track. But then when I heard they were updating it with this, I was like, okay, I'm gonna start a brand new save. I'm gonna start a brand new game, and I'm gonna try it again. I really think this is the true vision of this game when they talked about it years ago when it was on its way to release. So I'm stoked, man. I'm super stoked about it. I can play it on any platform, which means I also bought it 3 times, which is a little crazy because I never do stuff like that. But it also means I can literally play this game, and I think I'm gonna have so much fun. I can play it with anyone, you know?
Oh,
you
yeah.
got on PS4, I'll jump in and play with you. You got it on PC, I can jump in and play with you. You got on
You're
Xbox,
their
I'll
model.
jump in and play.
You are their model customer. They probably looking at your profile and they're like, you guys don't give up on this piece of shit game because look at this guy. There's a guy somewhere in Texas. He's bought it the 3rd time. He believes in us still. Don't throw this thing into the shitter, please. And save it for Jimmy.
Save it for me, man.
Rockstar and Hello Games happened to bump into each other at Starbucks, and Rockstar man went, "See, told you, they'll buy it again."
I'm gonna link the trailer in chat for anybody who's looking to look at it. But I will say that I saw them announce this on Twitter the other day while I was at work. I watched the trailer, and when I came home that night, I reinstalled.
Wow. So are they going to update it across platforms too, Jimmy? So your oldest, so you don't have to buy anything extra. It's just
no, it's a free update. If you own the game,
for what they have fixed and improved, to not have a paid DLC up to this point is fucking insane. Like, Ark did that for the first like 150 updates, and then everything they would like mix and match. So they would improve shit in updates, but any extra content would be in DLC. And like Jimmy was saying, powered bases, not they had bases before, but they've expanded it and they made them powered, so you can actually have some automated processes when it comes to your resource farming and stuff like that.
Ooh,
this has my fucking name all over it.
Yes, it does.
I'm 100% going to be playing this game, but it doesn't come out. I think it's the 14th.
It's Wednesday. Comes out
next Wednesday.
This is the game, Knackers. You know, we've been talking all this years about, and that includes any of you guys. This is the game that's going to get me into some multiplayer gaming. I think this iteration of No Man's Sky is going to suck me in to playing some multiplayer shit.
Okay.
I really
suck you in there. Just
it's gonna suck me in, baby.
It's gonna get you in there.
The one thing
crazy about sorry, Knackers, did you want to go first?
Real quick, the one thing I haven't confirmed is whether VR people can play with Pancake people.
You can.
Ooh,
you can. Okay, thank God.
That's confirmed. Yes, that is confirmed.
So what's crazy? Like I recently got into a few. You know how you get in those kicks where you don't know what game you want to play. Like it's like you play CS:GO or you play Fortnite or you play PUBG, and then you go and you kind of like switch around in different games or whatever those games are that are specific to you. Not Fortnite, maybe not PUBG, but
brother, you're speaking to my soul. That's me.
I've played the same game for 3.5 years, so
I've been thinking about playing Fortnite lately. I'm not gonna lie.
Do you know what's crazy? Is like Fortnite's. This is not Fortnite. I'm not talking about Fortnite, but games like Skyrim and games like Fallout get so much better with time, and I feel like there's a lot of games that I've been going back to. Most recently is Kerbal Space Program.
Oh yeah,
it's amazing now. Like I've had it since the launch, and I've played it, and it's decent. But then you're like, man, it'd be really cool if you could do this, and you kind of like fantasize in your own mind like what the possibility of what could happen with the game, and then you forget about it for like a year, and then you come back, and you're like, oh shit, they did this, and it's amazing. But I've had that experience with both Skyrim through the modding community.
Oh yes.
Basically, people reproduce thousands of hours of content in the game and refresh it and make it different, change like the leveling and the scaling, because everyone's played through Skyrim and they've spent 1,000 hours of their life leveling up and fighting dragons. But there's mods that like change the game completely and rebalance it, so it's more like a game like Dark Souls. But I found that with a lot of a lot of old titles that I'm now returning to. So maybe that's something with this new Man's Sky release, that a lot of like those older players that are like, man, this thing sucked when it first came out, might now return, because I feel like they had a chance to do that in between with the release that was saving the game. But this might be like, do you guys see this as like the step even further to get to that vision of the perfect game?
I think so. I mean, and the thing is too, like they haven't even revealed all the. I guess when they originally talked about them updating this game was months ago, and they'd already begun working on it. And they mentioned that there were like 3 pillars that they were working on. The first pillar was VR that they were adding to the game. The second pillar was true multiplayer, not the multiplayer in the one pass where you have the floaty orbs and it was not real multiplayer. And then the third pillar was like, they didn't really say what it was, but the third pillar was basically a lot of the back end stuff and all the little teeny like quality of life changes for the game. And you mash them all together. Like they haven't even released all the different things that they've changed. They said that the patch notes, which came out on No Man's Sky, I think it was NEXT, right? Was the last update. They had like, I don't know, like 200 plus patch note changes. It was real long. The patch notes for this game are supposed to be like twice as long as that. I mean, it's just an incredible amount of stuff they've added to the game. So
players can ride creatures in new update.
Ooh. Also, milk and ride at the same time, Jimmy? Have you looked into those patch notes?
What's that?
Can you milk and ride at the same time?
I don't know if that's confirmed, but I do know milking is a thing. I do know.
That was in their launch article.
I want to know if that's for business or pleasure. This is the reason I'm excited about giving this a shot.
Why not both, Knackers? Why not both?
So I did.
It just depends on your kink, I guess. There's people that like milking human beings.
It's true.
I did a search in my scripts, and 23 episodes had the words "No Man's Sky" in it. So a quarter of every Crocs and Hot Pockets podcast has been talked about No Man's Sky.
Wow. And really probably more like a third at least, because I know there's times when it came up and it wasn't on the script.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You know? I mean, the only thing I don't know is whether there's more time spent being positive or negative, because we spent a lot of time hyping it up, but we also spent a lot of time shitting on it. And then there was the come up of like the rebirth of said game. I cannot, no game has done this before, ever. They are writing fucking history right now. If there was a Guinness Book of World Video Games, they would be the front page. Like I cannot believe where we have come. They went from
the reason why Steam came out with a refund system.
Yes.
Yeah.
To I'm
zero to heroes.
3 years. I'm
zero to heroes,
their
man.
game 3 years later. That's fucking nuts.
Are there any other games? I was talking about how there's games that I'm now returning to with time. They mature and they become better through modding and through development. Are there any other games besides No Man's Skies that you guys have returned to that are better now than they were when you played them?
So there is only one game in the history of my gaming career. Well, there might be 2. One game that I've beat 3 times. That's Getting Over It.
Oh, let's go.
And that's the same game every time. But God, I almost thought about booting it up today. And then I was like, man, I'm sleepy. And then I didn't.
You just needed like a fucking confidence boost for the day. Just like knock that out real quick and then just go about your day with your head held high.
But if I would have failed, the 100th episode would have been ruined. So I steered clear.
Let's do a podcast that's all of us playing Getting Over It and doing a podcast at the same time.
Oh my God.
So it's just me getting shit-faced and pissed.
It would just be a bunch of profanity. Really.
So we would have to do 4 screen caps and then 4 tiny webcams in each screen cap. And then it could be like a podcast race.
It'd be easy, yeah. You just
First to nut.
Everyone has OBS, and then everyone's using NDI, and then we use NDI as the video input into Zoom.
Can you do that over external?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we can make an NDI. I can use NDI as my my video source. Yeah, I can. New Tech NDI video. So we could do that way.
Oh, but then you wouldn't have a camera. So it's either gameplay or camera.
Just use OBS to output to NDI. So you would do it in OBS on your own side of things. export it as a input.
So we're
to
sending.
Zoom.
It's the exact same setup. We're sending you the gameplay
Yes.
with our camera. We're sending
In
that
Zoom.
to you as in Zoom. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then how am
We
I
can
getting
do
your
it.
cameras?
Through our OBS. Our
like
OBS.
it'll just be getting over it with
You'll
an
just see
overlay of
gameplay
us.
right here.
Oh, because you can use it as a. Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
It'd be fun. That'd be fun.
I'm down. I'm down with this. Jimmy,
I
have you ever-
am not down with this idea.
Have you played it?
No, I haven't played it. I've seen
Okay.
enough streamers to play it to know. Nope.
It's such,
Yeah,
it's such a
me
great
and Jimmy
game,
would
man.
probably fail hard, but
Yeah.
it's fine.
I don't have those WASD skills, man.
No,
It's
you
all
just need
mouse.
mouse.
It's all mouse.
It's all
Oh,
mouse.
is it all mouse?
Yep.
Yeah. I think.
I
Jimmy,
don't have good mouse skills either, but
I watched a lot of streamers play it, and I was like, okay, these guys are getting pissed off. This is gonna be great content for a stream, right? That's always, like me with what's that? The game that was like all hand drawn and art, like old Disney art. It was like a
fuck.
platform game, like Mario. I can't remember, but that game,
The
drove
one
me-
with all like you're flying and shit the entire
yeah,
time.
yeah. Fuck, I'll whatever. But
It's the hardest game ever.
Cuphead.
Cuphead.
Oh.
it's Cuphead.
that's not the
You
hardest game.
described that terribly.
What? It,
Should be
it looks like
ashamed.
Mario. It's all hand drawn. It's all hand drawn. It's like Disney. How is that terrible? That was pretty good, I feel. But so what I mean is, like, I watched Cuphead and I was like, oh god, this is gonna be perfect because people want to see me get pissed off and it's gonna be good content. But then I played Getting Over It. That's the same thing that I thought with that. I was like, oh, I watched Andy Milonakis play it. I was like, oh my god, this guy keeps getting triggered because he falls down in the open space. And I was like, oh, this is gonna be perfect. And then I played it and I was like, holy shit, this is the most fun I've had in a game in a really long
Dude,
time.
it's fun. It's a good
so
time.
good. It's a really good time.
I have also been thinking about going back to Skyrim. Here's my problem. I have done a hard drive migration of all of my video games, and I am pretty sure that my mods are broken. And whether or not I can get it to work again so that I can play my save again, I am a person that can't replay story modes when they are crazy. I mean, Skyrim isn't exactly linear because you can kind of branch off. Like, I would say the most non-linear campaign I've ever played is Witcher 3. You can avoid the main story completely and get 100 hours of gameplay, like easy. Skyrim, you kind of have to do like certain things, like you can only ride the horse carriage so many times before you're like, fuck, I don't want to do the beginning of this. Like when those games have those super long intros where you have to do certain shit.
There's a mod for that. It's an
Yeah,
alternative
there is.
intro to the game. You can complete you could be a farmer they just set you up with a random scenario and then they give you a few quests to do. And then you take off from you don't even have to go to Whiterun. Yeah, they have mods for that. That's what's crazy. Like Skyrim, I had the same feeling. For me, like as a streamer, it's like I either play a game that I can sit down and play all the time, or like these super long storyline games. The time investment is insane, right? And for me, Skyrim is one of those games that's like, okay, everyone's seen this. I've played it myself. It's just going to be exhausting. And then the commitment of doing, it's going to take me, 300-400 hours to play through the entire game to be able to do it properly. That is daunting. But the fact that mods can make things completely different, you can literally play Skyrim through again from a different perspective. You could play as a guard, you could play however you want. It's almost kind of the way I would look at it is like GTA 5 versus GTA RP.
Right. Which that is a whole, we were just talking about this the other day. It has been 5 months since GTA 5 RP has made its return to both Twitch and just gamers in general. It is still going strong. The people who didn't jump on the bandwagon are still killing it. Their numbers are still high. And I'm actually surprised. I remember when we were first talking about this, I was saying it's going to die again soon. It's already done this once, blah, 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 blah. And I am actually very, very surprised that it is still doing as well as it is. And I'm happy.
If I can take 5 minutes, because you guys know, I've told you this, I've told everybody on the podcast before. I watch a shitload of GTA RP.
Yeah.
That is my Twitch guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
And the other night, I shit you not, it was like a 2-minute conversation between two of the characters. It was Nino and what's just Dasmeti, and he created possibly the best cross-platform content night. I was up until almost 2:00 in the morning because the storyline was so fucking good that I couldn't put it down at all. I was in here fucking around, playing Ark's new map, and then I had that up on the side, and eventually I just gave up on the game and just sat here and watched until almost 2:00 in the morning. So I don't watch the streams nearly as much anymore. I just like saw a clip online of what was going on, joined it, and just started popping multi streams up on each one of my monitors, because like that's what I'll do is I'll have like all the criminals on one monitor and all the cops on the other, and then just like click back and forth. And of course, certain software can get rid of the constant ads.
It's like a drama TV show with improv, you know, like all tied into one, right? I thought it would be cool. Like back when it first popped up, I was thinking it would be cool if Twitch or some other platform, because there's some platforms that kind of cherry pick from Twitch and they kind of pull the streams, and they build something out that, you know, is like just from a viewer's perspective. But it'd be cool if you could see like the no pixel server on a map from above, and then see where everyone's at that's streaming, and then be able to just click on them and then jump into their perspective. Kind of like when you're playing GTA 5 in the player campaign, how you can switch players and it switches back and forth. It'd be cool if someone did that, because just being able to hop between the different storylines is very interesting. And just seeing how things like if someone starts a bank robbery, if you could go and hop over and see what the cops are currently doing, and then hear that cop call that happens, and then, you know, so you can already manually do that by just opening people's streams up. But if Twitch was smart, because they ultimately have like a little tiny platform for reality TV, that's all it really is. And that's why it's so interesting, because there's improv, and that, you know, there's different storylines that play out. And at the end of the day, these guys are just, you know, they're RPing, but they're also acting the part of their character, right?
Yeah,
right.
100%. Like
I watched
it is incessantly boring if you just sit and watch one channel. Like there are plenty of people that play on no pixel that I like.
Yeah.
But this was the worst part. GTA RP resurgence happened the same time that my fucking Prime renewed, which I had been holding on to no ads for a very long time.
Yeah.
And I am primarily a mobile user.
Yeah.
Like I watch everything on my phone, and now there's no ad blocker. And it's just like, I don't fucking, if I'm on my phone and I want to watch GTA RP, I just catch up on what's going on YouTube. I just don't use Twitch on my phone ever, unless it's a channel I'm subscribed to.
Yeah.
Which is a fucking mistake on their end, as far as I'm concerned.
When we were at the bowling alley, I had a second phone that I was using for chat. I tried to go to my own channel to look at my chat, and I was hosting another streamer, and an ad played, and then it froze, and it crashed the Twitch app, and I was so fucking triggered. I was so mad. I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. And then I had to reload, and then I had to rewatch the ad a second time just to I can't believe you can't go to your own channel when no one is live and watch an ad.
Yeah.
It is fucking ridiculous.
You went live the other day. I can't remember what you were playing. But I probably can't remember, because literally I opened your page, right? It said, I got the push notification. I was already on Twitch. It said, hey, Knackers just went live. I was like, hey, here I go. I'm going to have a great time. Dab on the haters. We're going to watch some top tier Fortnite content. Then I clicked on your channel. You were hosting someone else. An ad played on his video. So I had to watch an ad only to get to his stream that was being hosted on your stream. And then it pushed your stream through to me. I had to watch another ad and then watch your stream. So I had to watch someone else's stream in 2 ads just to be able to watch your stream.
Oh my God.
I've had the same thing where it's like, okay, is there a technical issue with my stream? Let me go check out my stream.
Fucking broke, man.
Yeah. The whole, I think it's the whole ad. I don't know what sort of ad platform that they're using, if they built it themselves, but it's basically
they licensed
whenever
it.
someone clicks.
And that's the problem is when it comes, like their API is so fucking slow to update that you go to click live, and if you don't check to see if you're hosting currently, it takes that fucking long to get rid of that host. Like as soon as you click live, it should say fuck everybody else, I'm out of here.
Yep.
But instead, it like that day, I'm pretty sure you had to manually turn auto host off.
Yep.
And then unhost.
I've been hosting somebody. I will unhost, go live, and then 30 seconds to a minute in of my stream being up, it will rehost another channel. It's like, what
It happens to me too. It's
You're kidding
crazy.
me.
Yeah, you just get rid of auto host altogether.
The other thing I've noticed is the pushing to go live has created. It's been a lot slower in the past like 6 months. I've
100%.
I can see Casey's stream right there, and you're probably the same with Weenie. Weenie's probably like, "Hey, I just went live." You're like, "Cool," and then you're sitting there, and it takes like 10 minutes for that notification to go out. I don't know if
Yep.
it's just because none of us are partners, but as soon as hers goes live, I'm sitting here and kind of watching, and then all of a sudden it pops up like 10 minutes later.
Lord.
Yeah.
You
I'm
just
sure that's something to do with it.
You just brought up a wonderful point. I have been wanting to go back and play Oblivion because I never beat it because my Xbox corrupted my save. And I just searched, and there is a mod that removes the weapon degradation. And so that is the only reason that I have not wanted to play it again. And if
What
I
is that,
can,
just like the fact that weapons break over
Yep.
time.
yep,
Yeah,
which
okay.
drives me insane.
Yeah, it's just too much. It's like I like the idea of having to manage things in a game and automate things, but I hate when there's just like little tedious. There's certain things like survival games do that a lot, where it's like you have to drink, and it's like if I'm sitting and playing a game and I don't have to drink right now, I shouldn't have to drink water in the fucking game like 6 times. It's like my guy should have to piss. You're not simulating his pee break, but you're making him drink 6 gallons of water every 5 minutes.
Simulating
At least it should
hydrate
be
body.
automated. If you have it in your inventory, it does it automatically. You know?
Yeah. That's I don't know. I feel like people like the simulation piece of games, but then the people developing the games, they push it a little too far, and that happens a lot. And it's not that it ruins the game, but it's like, fuck. They're like even Skyrim and in Oblivion. There's some mods that make it where it's a survival game where they build it out in a different. They basically restructured. They build a game on top of what's already there. But there's a few that are like survival games where you have to like build a campfire in Skyrim, and then you have to sit and cook a squirrel, and then put a fucking stick up your ass to survive, and then like sit inside of an anyway. It's crazy. There's a lot you have to do. It's pretty nuts. But
Oh man.
Not for me.
Any final points on No Man's Sky?
Can't wait to
Super
play it again.
Excited.
I'm
Looking forward to playing more Kerbal Space Program.
Jimmy, are we friends on Steam?
If not, you can find me. I think we might be. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure we are, but I'm not sure.
But
You have
I gotta sign. The heck, signed out.
Well, don't sign in now. You're gonna be downloading updates.
I should be okay.
Hey, I'm listening. I'm gonna get a beer.
Yeah.
So next up, I think talking about the whole implosion of Ninja and Mixer and what has been happening with this channel is something worth talking about. I'm always so kind of iffy about talking about these things because I don't like just talking about drama to talk about drama. But if there is a point of view that I feel that I have that I think is wrong, or I would like to hear other people's perspectives, I would like to do that. And I think that I have some, I don't want to say controversial perspectives, but I feel like I might not have the same perspective as everybody else. So I kind of like to talk about this a little bit. So as everybody in the fucking world knows, Ninja left Twitch, started streaming on Mixer. He had this promotion going where Mixer was handing out free 2 months worth of subs to his channel, racked up 1 million subscribers within that first month. He did a live stream from Lollapalooza where he just played Fortnite at Lollapalooza. Not gonna lie, I watched it. It was pretty cool. The dude had like a crew of people outside his stage all day just screaming at him. And
he did that shit last year too, and there was nobody there.
There was
really
nobody.
Awkward.
And this year it was pretty fucking dope. So watch that. That was pretty cool. And then some kind of things started happening on Twitch's end. Ooh, what you got there, buddy?
I have no idea. New Wave Amber Base Camp Brewing Company. It's a larger beer or a lager beer.
Lager?
It's a lager. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, a lager. I've never heard of that. Must be exotic.
It's exotic. It might have lychee in it.
Ooh.
But yeah, Knackers. So I watched it too on his Lollapalooza stream. I follow Red Bull and most of the streaming stuff that they're oriented in. And I watched the whole thing. I sat and had it on my other screen. First time I've ever watched Ninja stream. I think that if he, if he wants to maintain people like me as a viewer, I'm not a viewer of his. It's not like I seek out his streams. I've never really have. I've only ever, and everyone's probably done it. Like whenever he hits a headline, people go click on his stream to see if he's currently talking about something along those lines. But
right.
I think it's cool, with the platform and the opportunities that he has with his viewership and his numbers and the money that's coming his direction. He should continue to do shit like that. I mean, those setups aren't that hard. He should have a live audience somewhere. Just fucking rent out a place and have kids come over, set up computers behind him where he plays up above everyone else, and have kids in the background watching him and playing as well. Why doesn't he do that?
Right.
I think it was pretty cool.
I think we're about to see the start of it. I remember the first time where it was like Ninja Lollapalooza. Are you fucking kidding me? And then this year I was like, oh shit, Ninja's a Lollapalooza. And then I watched it and I enjoyed it. What the hell is wrong with me?
You're a weirdo.
Not gonna lie. I have been thinking about playing Fortnite because I have never gotten a solo win in Fortnite ever. And I personally think it would be some decent content, whether you like watching BRs or not, to just try and watch me get my very first win.
Absolutely, I'd watch it.
I think I'm gonna do that.
Just get Weenie in the background with all the animals, like,
woo! Yeah, fucking cheer.
You're amazing.
Okay, so yeah, all that stuff happened. Twitter partially removed Ninja's channel. You could go to his channel. It gave you
Twitch.
What did I say?
Not Twitter. You said Twitter.
Twitch. You went to his page and it said, this person is in another castle. When you usually go to a channel that's been banned or removed or name changed or whatever. So that was kind of the first, like, really? And then next, Twitch started advertising other people's streams on Ninja's channel. So you would go to Ninja's channel on Twitch and it would say, hey, this streamer is no longer here, but if you would like to check out all of these other awesome content creators, here you go. And
wait a minute. Can I interrupt you for a second? Because
sure.
I'm unclear. When you say advertise, was it like a rolling video advertisement?
No, like if you were to go to a following page and it showed a screenshot of everybody's stream at once.
I posted a Twitter post about it.
Did you? Okay.
Or you can just go to Ninja's channel.
Yeah.
But ultimately, what they did is that the day that he switched to Mixer, because it's part of his TOS and his contract being a partner, he can't be a partner and stream on another platform. So they removed his partner. They didn't change anything on his channel. He didn't get banned. His channel was still there on Twitch. And then they updated it. I think it was yesterday. So then when you go to his platform, you can't see any of his panels. Like previously, you just see his offline screen, his panels, all the stuff down below. I don't know if he changed anything. I don't know if he went in there and added a panel that said like, hey, watch me on Mixer now. I don't think he did. But Twitch,
as of now, his title says Mixer/Ninja, but all the panels are the exact same.
Yeah. So on
Ninja's, and his donation link is still live, by the way, which is fucking hilarious.
Well, awesome. I'm sure that he's still using the same Streamlabs. If he's using Streamlabs, 100%, it still works, right? But basically now if you go to his platform, all you see is it says instead of just saying that he's offline, now it says that he's in it. This streamer has moved to a different castle. Here's other people you can watch. So I think saying that it's advertising in a way, it's kind of like it's kind of a cheesy move on Twitch's behalf because it seems a little like petty, right? But at the same time, it's not like they're running an ad as soon as you get to a platform being like, hey, fuck you, Ninja, and welcome to all these other streamers that stayed with us, right? So I think, I mean, it sucks because he's being singled out, which is 100% exactly what's happening. Twitch put something in place that is directly focused on the fact that Ninja left the platform. But I'm sure that there's a reason behind it. I'm sure that a majority of the traffic that types in twitch.tv or a large percentage is using Ninja's link as opposed to just Twitch or something else. So they were probably just trying to reroute that traffic into other streams. I mean, personally, it's kind of petty in a way. It seems like that, but at the end of the day, it's probably a business decision that I feel like there's no emotion behind it.
Here's my next question, and because I would just caught up with this sort of like maybe an hour before the podcast, so this is all news to me. Where did the porn stuff come in with his channel? Like I saw a video because I pulled up Twitter and then somebody had retweeted something where he had made a video and he was apologizing for kids coming to his channel and what they had seen. And I'm like, what? How did something get broadcast on his channel? Like, I don't I didn't understand.
So basically, it's like if you go to your following page, you just see a tile of a bunch of different people streaming. I think what they're doing right now is that they're funneling you to the top streams on Twitch. So they're showing you whoever has the most amount of view count. This has been an ongoing problem. The people that are bringing up pornography and stuff, it's just a point that they're trying to draw towards to stir up more of an issue. But in reality, there's been this problem with pornography being live streamed on Twitch pretty consistently for the past like 6 to 8 months. Basically, what happens is that someone creates a new channel, they put some porn on there, and then they host it on either Artifact, the game, on that category, or on Fortnite, or on Just Chatting. And then they live stream. They basically bought the viewership, and then all of the noise around that sends viewers because once you're up in view count, people just click on your stream, and then
it's just view botted, so it's showing up as a top
showing up
stream.
on top. Yeah,
especially if you see puss. Like even if I'm not looking for vagina and I see vagina, I'm like, I gotta check out this vagina.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, people are just gonna click on it.
They do the same thing to put like boxing matches and MMA fights, and especially European League soccer.
Yeah,
there's a shitload of bot accounts out there that are playing live matches, which, I mean, it's their fuck up, but I'm 100% gonna watch it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and that's it rises another issue. I actually just created another topic to talk about I at the beginning of this stream, but because there's a few events of partners actually doing it as well, and Twitch not doing anything about it with copyrighted content. But with stuff with pornography and then linking it to Ninja, the only real issue that people are just trying to create a correlation between is the fact that Ninja's image is now being tarnished by the fact that Twitch has pornography on their site. So if it's one of the top viewed streams, kids that might be going to watch Ninja might see that because it's one of the suggested streams to watch based on viewership alone. But in reality, it's not necessarily a direct issue with Ninja, as opposed to a direct problem with the platform not being able to identify content for being explicit.
Yeah, that's
been going on for a long time, and they haven't fixed it.
Oh, yeah.
It was 100% a coincidence that it happened to him.
Right.
But I guarantee that the moment that these fucking trolls saw that they were displaying these recommended channels in his fucking chat that were in the Fortnite category, what's the best way to like, they fucking nailed that algorithm 1000%.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was literally just, you need a bunch of views. That's it.
It's a very simple algorithm. Twitch is not very intellectual. The programming behind Twitch is very simple. I've always said this. Besides, if you look at Twitch, when you go to your channel, what is there? There's a place that you can put hyperlinks and images in squares. You have a chat, and then you have a place that a live video plays. That's it. That's all that Twitch is. It's there's nothing there.
And a friends list.
And a friends list. The front end is dog shit. There's not a lot to it. It's simple, which is good, but in reality, the algorithm, like what is it? You have your game category, and then once you click on that category, it's funneled by viewership. So the game categories are being funneled by how many views across all the channels that are streaming that current game, right? That pushes the game to the top. If you click on that game, then it's top streamer in that category with the most amount of views. So it's all based on views. What was happening, I think it was probably the last time I was on the podcast, probably like 3 months ago or 2 months ago. There's a bunch of trolls that took over Artifact, because Artifact was this card game that Steam tried coming up with to compete with Hearthstone, and they saw an opportunity because no one was playing this stupid piece of shit game, right? So the trolls took it over. They were streaming hentai porn. They were streaming all kinds of adult content, a bunch of racist content with like Hitler and a bunch of propaganda, and it's like it's all trolls just being fucking assholes, knowing that they could do it. They took Artifact from being being a category with like 0 viewers or 2 viewers at any time, to then having 10, 20, 30, 40,000, up to the point that I think Twitch has now shut down the category altogether. It became such a massive problem that Twitch actually stopped all new accounts from being created for an entire weekend because they didn't know how to control the issue. And beyond that, it's like I feel like, I don't know if Twitch has even thought about this, but the fact that you can't, like, it's so easy to find this content. It's literally at the top. Yeah. It's not that hard. There's one category all being funneled into, and it's like Just Chatting. You can go into Just Chatting at any point. I'm sure you could go there right now, and you could see some sort of illegal movie, illegal content being hosted, a soccer match, pornography. There's probably something.
There's no moderation.
Yeah, there's no moderation. It's like,
Well,
how
and
much does
that's
it cost to
just it.
hire 20
It's-
guys to fucking look at the channels?
And that's just it. There's millions of users. I know it's not YouTube standard where it's like
Yeah.
14 fucking trillion petabytes a day are being uploaded, but it's live.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, computers don't do well with live,
No.
and they never have. So, I mean, you would still have to have it would still be delayed regardless because you'd
Yeah.
have to have a computer basically finding an algorithm that could find images based on the images you see. And then you get into all the fucking assholes that are screaming about censorship and shit because
Yeah.
certain games like The Witcher have nudity in them.
Yeah.
And now I can't play The Witcher 3 because there's tits in it, and that's
Yeah.
a fucking problem. You know, there's always going to be something, but this is the point I wanted to make. I like the fact that Twitch uses meritocracy for their recommended. Like, I like the fact that it's the number of views that puts you at the top. That's fucking meritocracy. But I like the fact that they also take and support smaller streams by putting them on the front page. Like, that's their recommended feed. But when I go to Twitch, like, there are two types of people I watch: the gigantic streamers that I leave their chat entirely turned off, regardless of what they're playing. And then there are people like Knackers and Weenie and basically everybody here where I like to sit and chat and interact with people and do that kind of shit. And I like being able to easily find people that are good at whatever game it is.
Go ahead. Jimbo?
No, I was just gonna say Jimbo.
Yeah, I had a little throat bubble there, caused me to stumble.
Got a new nickname. I was just gonna say I totally, more or less agree with what Salty said. I watch a lot of usually around 100 viewers or less streams, and then the big streams I watch, I have chat totally removed. I'm not even it's flying by a million, anyway, and it's usually just toxic shit flowing through there, and so yeah, that's basically how I view Twitch as well. As I imagine it is for a lot of people too. You go to a big stream for something different than you would go to a smaller stream for. You know?
So I have a couple things to say regarding this, and the first one being, I don't want to put this into like a he did it first pointing fingers match. I do not see a problem with Twitch putting other channels on his page after he left. And I have this for two reasons. One, you have the most followed channel on your platform, and you now have a gaping hole, which is now being used as a gateway to funnel your viewers to another site. All bullshit aside, what is the
and it
best
was super
business?
Toxic after he stopped streaming.
Oh yeah, his chat was terrible. So when you have this gaping hole and you go, okay, I can either be mindful of one person's feelings or redirect all this traffic to other people. Like any logical business person would say, yeah, we should probably do something about this. Now, there probably could have been other ways to do it. I do agree that it was a little bit petty. It looked petty. And of course, it always feels like when Twitch does these kinds of things, it's like they do it in the laziest way possible. And they don't explain anything, and they just leave it up to everybody's imagination. It's just like a relationship. Communication is key. If you and they don't need to explain anything. I don't need to explain why I put the toilet paper in the opposite direction that Weenie does. Okay, it doesn't need to be explained.
Okay, who puts it over the top?
I'm gonna be 100% transparent. We set that shit on top, and it never goes on the roller.
God damn it. I could not shit in your house.
It's so much that you just grab it, get what you need, and put it back.
Yeah, but you don't live in prison, okay?
Is that how it goes in prison?
Yeah, you carry your own toilet roll with you.
Tell us more about prison, Salty.
I've done a lot of community service in my day.
Honestly, I never pay attention whenever I go somewhere. I never pay attention to which way the toilet paper is facing. ever.
For anybody listening or watching, it goes over the top. That is what the patent picture says. That is the correct way to hang toilet paper.
Except if you have a cat and the cat likes
No,
to
fuck the
swat, you
cat.
need to turn
Kill
it
the cat.
around. Galinity,
Kill the cat.
no more.
Shut the fucking door on the bathroom and never let that cat in there, and you're fine.
Didn't they design the toilet paper? It's like there's like a thing that you can push down on, and if it's going over the top, you can push down on it to hold the toilet paper so you can tear it. Isn't that specifically designed for? You know what I'm talking about? There's like a little cover, so you have the thing mounted on the wall with the toilet paper through the hole, right?
Yeah, like the commercial ones have that because they don't want you to touch the rest of the roll.
The way that I see it, I am literally pushing feces out of my butthole. There is nothing on the toilet paper that can be worse than the shit coming out of my anus.
Which
I don't
is
care
why
which way it's
they
facing.
don't have commercial toilet paper dispensers at home, but
Well,
still,
let me just.
regardless,
Since
there is
we're
a right
talking
way and
about
a wrong way, and putting it underhand, you're a fucking asshole, and I hate you.
Overhand is the correct way.
It
The
is.
second thing too, and it's I see chat going off on this.
Uh-oh.
Would you guys think I'm weird if I told you that I bring my own toilet paper to work?
100%.
Would you
Me
guys
too.
think I'm weird for that?
No. Let's take
I
a
do
time
too.
out for a second. You guys are all a bunch of fucking rookies because wet ones are where it's at. If you're wiping your ass with that dry shit, you're you're a rookie. And
I've
you
got
deserve-
dude wipes in the house.
No, I just
What?
have a diet that's high in fiber and doesn't require a fucking pressure washer to clean off.
Dude wipes. This
Yeah.
Dude wipes! Yes! Dude,
No, like
I love
Mom G
dude
said in
wipes.
Chat, public school toilet paper it's like basically
Terrible.
it's about one step above a cat's tongue. You know,
Yeah.
it's not very good.
So once you wipe your ass with a wet one or like a wet toilet flushable wet wipe, you will realize how much shit is left over on your asshole after you're done shitting. There's a lot of shit. You'd be surprised. Even if you get
I am more comfortable with having shit than tearing my septic system to bits.
But the problem is, if you're outside if you're sweaty and you're being active and you've got shit clung to your ass, then you get a rash, then you get swamp ass. It's no good.
Sassafras.
Yeah. You don't want swamp ass, man.
No, fuck no, dude wipes.
Yeah,
I
I do.
been wiping a fucking child's ass for the last 4 years.
Wait, he's still shitting his pants?
He still has to wear a pull up overnight because he's too fucking lazy to get out of bed.
Is it dry? Do you use dry toilet paper to wipe the baby though, or do you use?
No,
you
but you can't flush you can't flush baby wipes down the toilet.
Dude
or it'll
wipes,
fuck my
bro.
septic
Dude
up.
wipes, bro. They're flushable, bro.
They say flushable.
Bro.
They're flushable for commercial wastewater systems, not for residential.
That's why you put it in a little bag or a box. You save it for later. Then you use it a second time. You save the environment, dude. Double dude wipes. You pull the ply apart. You have one.
I don't want to have a fucking diaper genie in an adult's bathroom.
Okay, I want to segue this because I feel like this is an appropriate moment to interject. We were talking about kids a second ago when we were talking about cats. You know, you guys want to hear a wholesome story? Like sort of wholesome, one of those wholesome story that makes you go, "Oh."
We'll see about that. Does it involve kids?
It does. It does. So yesterday, my son, he comes down the stairs and he looks like he's about to cry, and he goes, "Dad, can you go check on Leia?" And Leia's one of our cats, one of her names, and I'm like, "Yeah, sure. What's wrong?" It's like she has a cut on her chin, and I was like, "Oh, okay." So I go and I check on the cat, and she got a pretty good little gash on her chin, but she's fine. I'm like, "No, she's fine. What happened?" And he's doesn't want to say anything, I'm like, "So what happened to the cat?" And he finally kind of comes out with, he's like, he dropped her. I guess he was holding her to go take him to his room from the game room, the family room. And when he dropped her, like her chin hit the corner of like the coffee table, and so it got a little cut. And like he was beside himself for like hours last night because he had thought he'd really hurt the cat, with the chin. But I guess the point I was trying to make was it was one of those moments like he thought I was going to get really mad at him. It was a total accident and, whatever. I'm like, man, I'm so proud of the kid. Like, all these people chucking cats behind him and feeding him booze. My kid's worried he, hit the cat on the chin. It made me realize that I'm raising a good kid. He's worried about
you're doing good. I was wondering where poop was going to come into that story.
It only reminded me of the cat because we were talking about how shitty toilet paper is like a cat's tongue.
Oh yeah. Okay, I got
That's
you.
brutal. Yeah.
No, dude wipes. If you grab it and pull it, it pulls up like it shreds. It pulls apart.
Yeah, but in a septic system that doesn't work.
You don't know until try, brother. You got to pull that septic right out of there.
Hey,
Jam
Fuck
that.
that.
I'm
It is
renting this
fucking
house,
like
not my problem.
400 It's $480 fucking to get my septic tank pumped. They can suck a dick.
Oh god. Look,
So
if I
going-
can
going
suck an
back
ass,
to
I can
Ninja-
suck a pump.
Going back to Ninja, since we're still talking about wiping our own asses.
Yes.
I think Ninja needs to just calm down a little bit because he wiped his ass with Twitch when he left to Mixer, right? For better or for worse. But in reality, he made a business decision for himself. He can't bitch and complain. It's like if you break up with a chick and then you're on to the next chick and she's like, "Oh, that guy was an asshole," and he's like, "Whoa, well, that was my baby and I built everything." Like, dude, relax. Twitch is something that you left in the past. It's fine. I realize you built your community there. The whole pornography argument is stupid. It is something that is relevant and should be discussed, but it's something that Twitch should actually be working on instead of all the other bullshit that we're hearing with Linity and all this other garbage that people are complaining about. How about we fix the problem with pornography? Okay, because as much there are, I've looked on LinkedIn, and I've used to work in this industry. There are plenty of companies, Source Digital, one that I've worked for in the past, that they have an algorithm that allows them to identify live content, identify products. I can be wearing an RVCA shirt and an Oakley shirt, and they can tell me exactly what this product is based on the pixels that are in that. And if I talk about it, if I mention something similar to when you're talking, and then all of a sudden you get an ad, if you're talking about baby wipes, then you look at your Twitter and you have a dude wipes ad. They have that same piece of algorithmic software that allows them to identify that. How hard would it be to identify illegal content? It's super easy. I mean, if it's something like if it's something like a TV show or a movie or a soccer game, there's ads that run in those streams that are from those ads. Like UFC, if you're sitting there and watching an illegal UFC ad, they're still going to run a Dos Equis ad at halftime, or say, "Hey, there's Ariana Celeste." So if it's like, "Hey, Ariana Celeste just walked out," that's the number girl from UFC fights. But if they say that, you can identify that piece of content through simple algorithms. I just feel like Twitch is lazy to the fact what they're allowing is basically their position. I've talked to a few different mods through Twitch that I know through other channels, and their attitude towards it is, "Hey, we didn't get a report, so we don't know." The content owner has to make that report for them to be able to take an action, and that's just a flaw of Twitch in its current. It's not immune to these different attacks with.
It's always going to be a slippery slope though, because like that's the problem with YouTube.
Yeah.
Philip DeFranco gets monetized every fucking day, and he is like the most neutral person on the face of the earth when it comes to giving the news.
Yeah.
And they know he gets demonetized and gets that lifted every day, and they do nothing about it. Like you have one end of the spectrum where it's like, yeah, we're complaining about porn on Twitch and copyrighted content, and then the solutions they come up with are so like, it's like a fucking heart rate monitor.
Yeah.
You go from one side, which is terrible, to one side, which is still terrible, but censored as fuck.
It's like the platforms can't figure out where that middle ground is to not, like, we don't want Twitch to, every time that someone says, "Oh, hey, there's a naked chick," or say anything that's relative to,
or get that ass sucked.
Like if Knackers is like, "Hey, get my ass sucked," then all of a sudden you see the stream go down. You don't want that. There's like a way to tie. They basically take one data point, which is sound, and then they tie it together with an image to be able to create a constructed story. So that there's software out there that can do it. It's probably expensive, which is why they haven't instituted it. And it's probably not 100% accurate at all times. But even if it gave you a ticket system, if it responded, instead of just banning someone right away, if it responded and said, "Hey, this is potentially a channel that has some content that shouldn't be up there," and they just flag it, and then Twitch hires, oh my God, they've only, I was looking at it today, Amazon, across all their different channels, they package all these different companies that they own into different categories. Then they look at how much revenue each one of those categories is making. The one that Twitch is a part of, with a few different Amazon companies, they're in $6 billion in revenue. Hire fucking 10 guys that have 6-hour shifts, that it's their part-time job. I mean, there's people that run WoW guilds that sit and spend 8 hours of their day looking at a Discord or looking at WoW chat? Why can't you hire someone for 20 grand a year, hire 10 of them to just browse the channels and see it?
Right. Just
Yeah.
look.
Just literally keep a fucking monitor of every category, every major
it wouldn't be
category.
that hard. I mean,
up.
it's not like we're saying. I mean,
Yeah,
once you get
it's a
down in
security
Fortnite,
guard.
if there's like 10, if there's 0 viewers on a channel, once you get below like 5 viewers on Fortnite, there's thousands of channels of people that don't have more than 5 viewers. That is totally understandable. But in reality, most of these channels that are hosting illegal content, they have hundreds and thousands of viewers. There's only like 500
Right.
channels you have to fucking look at.
They're at the
it's not
top.
that complicated. Yeah.
Yep, they're in the top 5% of Twitch.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it can't
So
be
just
that. It can't
set
be
up
that.
a fucking way for a multi-stream application to look at the top 500 and split them into fucking 20 screens, just like the security guard that sits at the desk full of cameras.
Yeah.
Right.
And you're done.
Not that
Just
hard.
Look around and be like, oh, no tits yet.
Even if it was like a randomizer,
Yeah.
The last 2 points that I wanted to throw out there regarding Ninja, there's so much talk about like, I can't be a part of this platform. Like, I can't be a part of this. I need to go elsewhere. And here's my thing. Imagine if you worked in a place that had hundreds of employees and everything that your employees did on the job was broadcasted live. Do you know how much favoritism that you would be opened up to if that was the case? Like
100%.
people are acting like Twitch is this place where everything needs to be equal. Everyone needs to be treated equal. Nobody can be friends. It's business only. Like, this is how it is. I don't get why people are so surprised that people get favors and people get handouts and people get passes. Just like all of the big people, they're going to get passes on things. They're going to get a, you know what, that's okay. Don't do it next time. That's going to happen no matter what. That's never going to change. It's going on at your workplace right now, even if you're not privy to it.
That is why, after everything that Ninja has done for Twitch and vice versa, that is why it looks so petty when they do shit. I don't think they have to fucking get his permission to do it.
No, they
But
don't.
like,
They don't.
I don't give a fuck about them taking his partnership. That's in his goddamn contract.
Right.
That's fine. I wouldn't mind if they went and fucking deleted his donation links and shit. If it was me, I would have deleted his donation links. That's fucking stupid to have that sitting there because it's literally just a link to his fucking stream on another platform. But I have to say, I have a fucking issue with them just not. I would just blacklist his fucking channel.
Right.
Like, I would just go that far. Just
Well,
go all the
in what
way.
they
Don't
did-
go halfway and start using it as a means for you to advertise for other streamers.
Yeah,
Just
but
blacklist that motherfucker and leave it alone.
but at the
Don't
same time, what's the alternative? So you have it returned back to Twitch's main page, which is doing the exact same thing. I think that's the other option, right? So they either have it go to a page where it says, "Hey, this channel is no longer active," like everyone else that's been banned off the channel. Ninja never got
Right.
banned; he left to a different platform.
Right. Which
He-
was a violation of his contract, which I think most people don't fucking
Well, it was
understand.
end of his contract with Twitch, but he could no longer be a partner with Twitch. So as part of his new contract with Mixer, he could not be a partner with Twitch. So
Absolutely.
yeah, because he's on a different contract than what a normal partner would be on. But
Oh,
he has a
100%.
different agreement.
Yeah.
100. Yeah. Oh, it's the
So-
same thing with Mixer. He wouldn't have gone
so-
there
so
if it wasn't for the
he
millions
chose-
of dollars they paid his
It's
ass.
like if you work for one company and you go and work for another, they delete your fucking email. you
Right,
know, but they
right.
they
Right.
redirect those emails coming in to some other email address.
Like-
And like I get it. And the first thing that I thought as soon as I saw it was, oh, that's a little petty. But at the same time, I feel like relax. Like it's not
Right.
that
It's
bad.
just a business.
Yeah, it's just a simple business decision that's not that complicated. Ninja, to be completely honest, it's kind of ironic because he was complaining about how he's advertising other streamers. That was Ninja's point that he made, and he didn't bring up the pornography or anything like that. What he brought up in his video and his message was that he didn't want them promoting other streamers. That's too bad. They're promoting other streamers on their platform. In reality, what everyone needs to realize, and this is something that I think everyone in here has done really well, is that you have to understand that your channel, your name, everything that you do on Twitch, on Facebook, on Instagram is owned by the platform.
Yep.
You
100%.
own fucking nothing.
That was my final point.
That was your final point.
Yeah.
So you own the only thing you own is the hearts and minds of your followers. And if you don't have another channel to allow those people to communicate with you, then you're fucked, because all of a sudden Twitch could shut down your channel. They could move you over to they could basically delete your channel. You don't have your following anymore. You have no way to communicate. If you don't have an email list, if they don't follow you on another platform,
It's
that's just the way it fucking works. The other thing is for Ninja, it's like, hey man, I have a lot of, everyone talks shit about Ninja. I'm not a big fan of him personally, but I actually respect him greatly because he's a hard fucking worker. That guy's done more for the Twitch platform than any other streamer that exists.
Yeah. And not just Twitch, by the way. He's got 22 million followers. He's got 14 million on Twitch. He's got 22 million on YouTube.
Yeah, you could dislike Ninja, you could dislike Fortnite, you could dislike all that bullshit. And it same thing goes with Fortnite. Fortnite's done more for Twitch than any other game on the platform besides maybe League of Legends. But Fortnite has brought in more viewers than any other game on the platform.
And more celebrities and more everything.
It legitimized the platform altogether. And it's like, you can complain about the fact that happened. You cannot like Fortnite, you cannot like Ninja, whatever. The guy's a hard fucking working guy. There's a lot of us that have the potential to play games at a high level, to stream at a high level, to produce at a high level. But in reality, the reason that a lot of us aren't as successful as him or as successful as other streamers is because we simply don't either have the time to work as much as they did. They committed more time to what they were doing, or we just simply didn't work as hard. It's as simple as that. If you put 100 hours into streaming like he did, he was doing three streams a day for what, like 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah.
I mean, the guy fucking worked his ass off. Yeah. I'm personally not a big fan of as him as a person. I probably wouldn't hang out with the guy, but the guy fucking worked his ass off. And he built a massive audience and he moved it over to another platform, which was a great move.
Like that.
That. We assume it's a great move. I'm sure it's a great move for the immediate future.
Mm-hmm.
They had to have paid him a shitload of money. They had to have paid him a shitload of money for a long time. Like, you've built this platform on Twitch for years.
Yeah.
You're making millions of dollars a month. They've got to be paying him millions of dollars a month. We all have to back up and remember, he is a fucking Halo pro. He switched to a Microsoft-owned platform while saying that he is going to be going back to his roots. So if you think for a second that it's not going to be exclusive early access to the new remakes of all the Halo games, and that's going to be what they hope lifts this platform off the ground, then you're out of your mind, because that platform is dead as shit. When he is not online, nobody is there. Top streamers are at 400 or 500 fucking.
Well, Mixer only has 6% of the market share of all live streaming platforms. And Twitch has something over 60%. So Twitch is by far the biggest one. The
100%.
thing that's worth mentioning is that the thing that Twitch doesn't own is that, I mean, they're Amazon. They have more money than any other business. But in reality, they don't own, they're not the publisher. They don't own the Xbox. Where Microsoft owns the game, they own the publisher, they own the developer, they own everything from point A to point Z,
Which is why they bought Mixer.
So I think at the end of the day, I think anyone complaining or anyone, there was a point in time where when Ninja made that initial move, there was other streamers that were tweeting like, "Oh, see you later, sucker," and whatever. If you're bitching about it and you're also a streamer, what he just did is he opened a door for an opportunity for you to now have leverage. Maybe not right this second, but maybe 3 years down the road, if he develops Mixer into a platform that's actually competitive, Ninja by himself is not going to do it. There's a team of people that are working with him and the audience that he's bringing in. That 100%. If they produce another platform that can compete with Twitch, surprise motherfuckers, all you streamers out there that think that you own your content, you only own it if you have somewhere else to go.
Yep.
So this is your opportunity. He just opened a door for you to be able to go to Mixer, and if he brings out all that viewership, because in reality, a majority of Ninja's viewership did not come from Twitch. His Fortnite viewership came from YouTube.
Yep.
So a majority, if he can move that transition, he can push that over to a different platform. The other thing you have to realize is that Ninja wasn't the biggest streamer on Twitch. He hasn't been. He hasn't even been in the top 10 for the past like 4 or 5 months. Maybe it's because
Right.
he's not streaming as much. But Tifu's bigger, Cloaksy's bigger, XQC's bigger. I think maybe Soda Poppin's bigger than him. There's Tim the Tapman's a bigger streamer. More sub count is what I'm
Shroud,
thinking of.
same
Shroud
shit.
is bigger than
Shroud's
him.
got up there. Yep.
So he
Well-
was the biggest name in esports, but in reality, he wasn't the biggest streamer on Twitch. He was for a short period of time, and now he's creating an opportunity to build another platform, so Twitch has a little bit of competition in this space.
Well, and this is a question I want to raise to you guys, because this is something that's been on my mind ever since he switched to Mixer, because, you know, I made the point about Microsoft being there. So what do you think are the chances that a Microsoft-owned streaming service would be the only place that Microsoft allows Halo to be streamed to?
Oh,
That's possible, but I think it would be a stupid idea on their behalf, right? It would be
I
limiting you.
agree. I
It would be dumb, but they
100%
can do it.
agree.
They can do
But
it.
if you want to force viewership on a platform to just, even if it's a temporary boom,
Mhm.
you start filing NDAs, you start filing fucking copyright claims.
Well, you saw a little bit of that when there was a Halo multiplayer remake game. It wasn't Splitgate, but another game that was literally Halo on PC, and it got shut down within the first couple days. So,
Well, that was the first couple of days of it being on popular Twitch channels. That
Yeah.
shit had been out for fucking
while.
months.
as soon as
prior
Summit
to.
fucking played it.
As soon as it got on the top front
Gosh,
page
damn
of
it.
Twitch, then it got banned. But
Yeah.
prior to that, I had it downloaded on my computer for fucking like a year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I want to throw that out there, because if it comes back, I want to be able to say I fucking said it then. I honestly think that is exactly what Microsoft is going to do.
They own everything. They own the A to
They're
Z.
going to say, fuck you, Twitch. You're not allowed to stream on Twitch. If you want to stream Halo content, you can only legally do it on Mixer, because
Well,
we
what if
own
you're
it
an Xbox
and
streamer
eat dicks.
in general? If you stream from an Xbox, any Xbox title, what if they choose to do that? I mean, Xboxes can stream to
That'd be
Mixer, so
ballsy.
it would be
That-
pretty ballsy, right?
I don't
I
see
mean,
it. I don't see
it
that
would be
happen.
ballsy regardless. It would be
I
ballsy
just-
just to make the game to a Mixer only thing, much less a console.
The
thing.
reason why I don't see that happening is because that would generate a whole lot of hate and a lot
of free press.
yeah, it would be free pest, but I'm telling you, that would be so much pushback for that. I mean,
Yeah,
it would
but
just really.
You make it exclusive for a week and a half,
Right.
They do
Just
that.
a little bit
and
of
then
time.
you say, oh, "Okay, we fucked up, my bad."
like
and then
Epic is
that's it.
doing.
Yeah, like every single other fucking tech company has done over the past 15 years.
It could happen. I mean, I'm not saying it.
No Man's
I'm not
Sky
saying
is
it
not going to
can't.
be on PC. on Twitch.
I'm not saying it can't. Well, look, is there anything before we move on to the next thing? I know Knackers wanted to say that. I did before you jump to the next thing. I wanted to say one more thing, not about Ninja, but about Mixer.
Oh yeah, because I have one final point to go on after this.
You go.
Nuh-uh.
Ladies first.
I had no point about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I misunderstood.
I wanted to talk about Mixer, not Ninja.
Two things super quick. And Bishop touched on both of them. One being, you do not own your you might think like one of Ninja's points was like, I built a brand on Twitch and you're using my page to display other people. My page, my brand. It's not yours, dude. You are renting space from Twitch. Everybody who is creating content on YouTube, on Twitch, on Facebook, Instagram, you are using their platform for free. You are the product, and they can do whatever the fuck they want at any time. And you, in your little like $5,000 civil suitcase bullshit, is not going to touch them, no matter how much you think it is. No matter how big you think you are, they can give you the axe because they fucking feel like it. Now, what we do on Twitch, we stream, we have a good time. It's all amazing. But at the end of the day, you need to remember that nothing that is online you own. So keep that in mind when you want to, build stuff on other platforms. And lastly, the other point that you brought up is something that I've kind of been pushing a little bit more lately as well. How hard Ninja worked to get where he is today. I cannot stand when people say that Twitch is too saturated and you can't grow because it's too saturated. I disagree with that so hard. I will partly agree that Twitch is too saturated. with millions of mediocre streamers. So if you do not have anything that can push you past that initial threshold to get out and get noticed, you can't. We've talked about this on the podcast. You can't just play video games and be a successful streamer anymore. That all of the people that made it doing that, they had the opportunity of being able to jump the gun and build a live personality over a 3 or 4 year head start over everybody else. We can't do that anymore. You have to be special. You have to be skilled. You have to have a personality. And I know that there's people out there that don't care about growing. And that's totally fine. I'm specifically speaking to the people that want to grow and are frustrated because they don't have any growth.
Yeah.
It's not saturated. You just need to be good, and you need to be better, and you need to work hard, and you need to sacrifice the fuck out. I think people realize when they get to a certain point, you have to sacrifice so much in order to make it. Just like the people who go and get like fucked in hostels for 3 years before they get to become an actress, or actor. Right? Like, you gotta eat shit and suck dick for a super long time before you get there. So, and it's not different on Twitch. You just gotta be good, and you have to be able to stand out.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
and
it. You just gotta fucking work hard. Everything in life, regardless of what it is, if you want something bad enough, and it's not just wanting shit, and it's not like this whole like, hey, if you work hard enough, you could get it. But if you work fucking hard, anything is achievable. Maybe you might not hit that mile goal ahead of, or of what you want to achieve, but if you can get somewhat close, you're not going to get there by just fucking making excuses. And I feel like it goes for a lot of things. If you're making excuses for yourself saying, oh, I can't grow because it's oversaturated. Oh, I can't become good because there's too many good players. It's like, if you're continuously making excuses for yourself, you are just creating a barrier between you and your realization of why you're actually not achieving those goals.
Yep.
Yep.
You are 100% in control of yourself. It is your fault.
I have always worked the mantra of, okay, so let's just say you stream, and this goes with anything, whether it's streaming or woodworking or your job or your career or your school. If you're working, let's say 30 hours a week on your school or your work or your passion or your hobby, and you're wondering why the fuck you're not going anywhere. Well, Ninja was working 120 hours a week. So imagine how much faster you could go if you devoted that time to whatever the fuck it is you're passionate about.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I haven't streamed in over a year. I literally streamed for a week straight so I could get my hours, get my affiliate, put my own face on an emote and say, I have my own fucking emote. Yeah. And then that was it. And I did that because I love the platform of Twitch. I love watching streams, but like, that's why I spend all my time in my shop. I'm not going to get anything done unless I put time.
Right.
And that is, like, you cannot ignore that in a real space.
No. Well, and the other big factor to, like, if I sit and I spend, and I've talked to a lot of other streamers that have been on the platform for like 5-6 years, and they've talked to me when I first came in, and they're like, hey, what can I change up? What can I do differently? And it's like, the other thing that people have to look at is that the time investment, obviously, on Twitch is insane. For live streaming, any sort of content that you're live streaming, Twitch and streaming in general will be the biggest time commitment that you've ever made in any hobby that you ever want to do. It takes a ton of time. It takes 5 hours a day, 4 hours a day, every single day to even maintain it. It's just the reality behind it. I know people that stream for like 8 hours a day and have been doing it for the past 5 years. They haven't seen growth in fucking, in 2 or 3 years, unless a big boom happens within the games that they're playing. Yep. In reality, you have to differentiate yourself by, and look at Ninja. I mean, it's very simple. The proof is in the pudding, right? Ninja was streaming for 5 hours, 6 hours, stopping his stream, putting content together, posting it on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, then starting his stream up again, streaming for another 5 hours, then having a team put together the content, put it on YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram. So not only is he streaming for those, instead of streaming for 8 hours, he's stopping and cutting it back for, say you, instead of streaming 8 hours, you stream for 6, and you spend that last 2 hours putting together different pieces of content. I mean, a perfect example of that is Knackers. Hi, Knackers. How are you?
Hi.
What does Knackers do?
Don't compliment me, please.
He plays games. He works his ass off to put this podcast together. 100 episodes in, by the way. Holy pog champs in chat.
Pog, dude.
he's put a ton of effort into all these different things, and it's not like Knackers sits and Knackers doesn't have as many hours as the next guy. Like it's not that he's streaming 50 hours, a fucking day, if that was even possible. But it's not that he's sitting there and streaming all the time, right? He's stopping his stream, analyzing what he's doing. He's making adjustments to make it better. He's improving the production quality. He's posting on Twitter. He's posting on Instagram now. He's communicating with people. He's posting in Discord. He's doing things outside of streaming that are actually funneling more people to have more brand value and to have more compassion towards Knackers, to want to spend time and sit there and watch him play games. And I think that it speaks for itself when you see a lot of streamers that, that don't necessarily stream all the time. They show up and they stream for a couple hours and there's 500 people in there to watch them. It's because people give a shit about what they do outside of the streaming, and the things that they're doing outside of streaming are what bring people in for that community moment.
Absolutely. Dab.
You got to dab.
I dabbed because I got to banhammer somebody in the middle of the podcast.
Oh, nice.
All right, if we don't move on, we never will. Bishop, thank you. But Jimbo, I want to get what you wanted to talk about.
Oh, I was just going to say, because we were talking about this, and obviously it deals with Mixer, but one of my talking points, which you kind of talked about, was the rise of Mixer because of this. And obviously Ninja coming over to that platform has gotten a lot of people to take a look at it. And, like Salty said before, if Ninja's not streaming, maybe it's not as busy, but it even made me think of it. And I had only opened up Mixer maybe twice before. Hadn't spent much time. I still don't really totally understand how subs work, and the Sparks thing, I guess, is like the bits, and I don't really know. But I went ahead just in case and just went ahead and linked my Xbox account to my Microsoft account to my name, and then created a MiddleAgedStream over there. Just because I'm not planning on moving to Mixer or anything, but I just feel like if this platform does take off and become successful, I think it's win-win. I think it's win-win because it's gonna help. It's gonna help. They have features on Mixer that they don't have on Twitch. The low latency is huge.
Oh yeah.
If you didn't know already,
that's solely because there's nobody watching. That's 100% why. There's
Maybe.
nobody there. There's literally the top streams when Ninja is not live are less than 1,000 viewers, pretty much guaranteed.
Right.
Even the people that he is hosting or whatever the fuck they call it over there,
Right.
it's a 580 viewers.
Right.
The thing with Mixer is that you have that intrinsic audience that's going to be playing Xbox. Every single Xbox has Mixer already installed on it. The thing with Twitch is Twitch has who doesn't have a fucking Fire Stick? Everyone has a Fire Stick. Twitch is almost on every single smart device because it's been pushed by
It's a terribly out of date app, by the way.
Oh, the app sucks. It's
they
terrible,
just
but
added
it
a
does the job.
keyboard like a month ago.
Yeah, but it does the job. It actually does the job, and you can find content.
As long as I'm watching.
They're on Apple TV, right, Jimmy?
Streamer.
It's called Twitchy, I think, on Apple TV.
Yeah, Twitchy is a third-party app on Apple TV.
Oh my god! Still?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
they're
don't
not on
have a
Apple TV.
first-party app. Yeah, Apple doesn't carry one.
But I wonder.
That's
really
because they want you to buy that Fire Stick, bro.
if there's content to watch, I feel like our negative perception of Mixer comes from the people that switch to Mixer and that in return talk shit on Twitch in a way, right?
Yeah.
It's not immediately from their communication, but people like I was at E3 a couple of years ago, and I remember walking around the Twitch booth and I was like, hey, these, there's Shroud, there's a few other people that I recognized. And then I went over to the Mixer booth, and then I remember talking to people at both. And at the Mixer booth, what really put a shitty taste in my mouth is this guy was like, oh yeah, I'm a really big deal on Mixer. I'm one of the biggest streamers on there. And like, I was just wanted to say, hey, what's up? Like, I was actually trying to sneak into like the partner area to grab a cup of water because E3 is a shit show of waiting in lines. But this guy was just like, I feel like the people that stream on Mixer, it's like an ego thing a little bit. And it's not everyone that streams on Mixer. I just want to take time out. I'm not saying fuck you to everyone that streams on Mixer. But what I'm saying
most
is
of you can eat dicks.
But what I'm saying is that I feel like it's kind of like what was the computer, or what was competing with
Betamax?
Instagram? What was competing with Instagram? Remember there was another platform that was
well, Instagram stole everything from Snapchat, basically. The stories and filters.
There was some other image posting app that was up, and it's almost like when someone's doing something a little different than you. It's like Friendster versus MySpace, right? Like
Right.
everyone was going to MySpace, and you see these guys are like, oh, we're on Friendster. Or when people first started transitioning to Facebook, you're like, oh, fuck those guys. But in
Yeah.
reality, if it creates an opportunity to open a door for more people to funnel over, I feel like in reality, don't marry the platform. Just enjoy whatever one gives you the most benefits. It's kind of like it being like, oh, what's better, PUBG or Fortnite? I mean, They're both great games, but they also both suck for certain reasons.
Right. Or what's better, Apple or PC?
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, it's the exact same kind of argument. Obviously, the thing that Twitch has that Mixer doesn't currently have is the community aspect of it, right? They
Right.
don't have that kind of like funky Twitch kind of atmosphere. But who owns that? Does Twitch own that, or do the people that are on the platform?
Well,
own
and that's community driven, and one of the
Right.
reasons why that's I'm not sure the word I'm looking for here, but that aspect of Twitch is something that's developed over time, and
Yeah.
it's not something that just was. It came when Twitch came out. I mean, it's something that's developed. It's taken time to develop. The only reason I bring it up, and we got a few other points to talk to, so I don't want to beat this dead horse. But I brought this up because, in my eyes, I see this as a positive for streamers on Twitch because it's going to help Twitch more accountable. I think, hopefully, and I also think it's going to give some people some opportunities that might not have been there for them on Twitch, or give them another avenue to where they could do something. I'm not even talking about just the little guys either. I'm talking about the big guys, because I mean, Ninja, he kind of showed a path the way, like, hey, you know what? You don't have to be married to the platform, like Knackers was saying. You don't have to be. You can be married to the content that you're producing.
The big Twitch streamer, the one that's on all the headlines and articles, moved to a different platform. I mean, it's the guy that we needed to do it in order to make it happen. Who else on the platform could have moved and anyone would have given any shit about?
Right.
Can you guys name anyone? There's literally nobody that could have moved that anyone would have given a shit about.
Well,
if Doc would have moved
outside of Twitch. There's no one. It doesn't exist. The person doesn't exist because.
Oh,
Twitch
you mean like any content creator switching any platform?
No. So like, if someone left Twitch to go to another platform, so obviously, like H3H3 could leave YouTube and go to Vimeo, and that would be.
Well, they used to stream on Twitch. It's just everybody sniped their fucking shit and put it on YouTube, so they lost their YouTube content in the process.
I mean, there are definitely still people around on Twitch that if they were to leave, like if Doc were to leave, that would be Shroud,
Summit,
those would be the three. But other than those, I don't think that there would be as big of a stink made from those people leaving.
And it's a numbers game. When Johnny fucking 420 leaves Twitch and goes to Mixer, nobody gives a flying fuck, and nobody has said anything. There are people who have been banned on Twitch who go to Mixer and start streaming, and nobody gives a fuck at all about them. I think at the end of the day, the only reason this is a news story is because of Ninja's numbers, which is fine, and the fact that he literally made the switch before a very big event of his own.
Oh, yeah.
And the fact that Red Bull followed him to Mixer.
Smart as fuck.
Like, they paid him out the ass to move. And anybody who thinks that was a dumb decision is going to have to wait a minimum of the 2 months of free subscribers, because you don't just get a subscription for a month to a Ninja. You get 2 fucking months of subscription to Ninja for free. But if it wasn't a guaranteed pay, if there wasn't guaranteed pay, he never would have went.
Yeah.
So don't think he's fucking hurting because he's good. Over here.
He's good.
He's got at least a year, maybe 2 years. I would say a year is typical in the tech world with anything esports. He's got a year of probably getting paid $6 or $7 fucking million minimum, just to fucking move to a different hyperlink. Yeah, and he's probably still going to be just fine.
The last thing we'll say that I will say about this is that the other thing is with Ninja and Red Bull, right? Red Bull grabbed onto the guy with notoriety in the esports industry outside of Twitch and outside of esports, right? The person that was making headlines, right? Red Bull has had not a great track record on Twitch in general. I've never seen their viewership over like 30 or 40 viewers, and they're an always on channel. They have 2 channels that run constantly. And I remember so I was working for this company back in 2006 or 7. And part of what we did was launched Justin TV and Red Bull TV. So Red Bull has their own platform and their own channel that it's just a website, just like Twitch, that you can go to, but it's all Red Bull owned content. And they just use Twitch as another place to stream to, but they've never done that extraordinarily well. So I think having Ninja be able to move over and bring some of his viewership into some of the kids that are trying to seek him out specifically to watch Fortnite content will also open up an opportunity, I think, for a brand like Red Bull to also depart from Twitch, even though they're not going to leave Twitch, but it gives them an opportunity to, if there's an event happening. I mean, why did we all go watch Mixer the other day? Because something was happening, right?
Right.
Mhm.
So if Red Bull starts hosting their events there, it's going to bring more and more viewership, and I feel like a lot of these brands, it shouldn't have to be a choice between one or the other. Why not stream on all of them, right? If you obviously there's partnership agreements, but if you're coming from a brand's perspective, you're someone like Ninja, I mean, you can obviously make that negotiation to say, I want to stream on both platforms. Obviously, the money looks a lot better going one way or the other way, but
Oh, for sure.
yeah, I think it's worth mentioning that his sponsor probably had a little bit to say about that, because Lollapalooza was instead broadcast on Mixer, right?
Yep. Oh yeah. And that I was watching Mixer in the browser, not a great experience. Mixer on mobile is fucking seamless. You click on a stream, it loads immediately, it plays in HD, like within seconds. I was blown away. Jimbo, did you have any final thoughts? I don't know if you got everything out that you needed to.
No, that's pretty much it. I mean, yeah. We're good.
It's very, very interesting stuff. I'm just pretty content with where I'm at. I don't have a reason to move. I don't see, like, I don't know. I guess I'm not in the spot that a lot of people are. Like, I've already spent years and years and years building something over here. I'm not going to reset just for the chance to get more people to watch, right? Because, like, there's no chance that my mediocre content over here is just gonna do better over there because there's less people over there. My mediocre content over here is still gonna be mediocre. And if there's less competition, don't you kind of think that there's gonna be a little bit less motivation? If you're not fighting tooth and nail to fight against every other streamer, and you go to somewhere where it's not that difficult to get seen, don't you think subconsciously you might start not trying so hard? I don't know.
It goes back to making excuses for yourself, right? Like, if you think
accountability,
that saving your channel, you've got accountability. If you're not making it on one platform, switching to another might refresh it's like moving. Like, you're going to be in a different city, but in reality, you're probably going to make the same decisions you made before. Your life might change on a microscopic level, but in reality, I mean, it's great. I feel like anyone that complains about it, or that doesn't like it, they don't understand it. They don't have the capacity to understand it. So I think that, and I'm not coming from a spot where I understand it. I understand that there's some decent business decisions that are being made, but my capacity to understand the entire unfolding of what's happening, honestly, I'm just like, hey, sweet, let's see what happens. Maybe it'll hold Twitch accountable to do things, to make different decisions. Maybe Twitch will continue to differentiate themselves from these other up and coming platforms that are trying to copy what Twitch has been successful at. Twitch doesn't really have to do anything, but in reality, it also opens up a big opportunity for the next guy to step in and do something cool. So
absolutely. Any final points? Any final things we want to talk about before we got onto the Q&A?
Oh, one more thing. So there was one other subject that I threw in there. There was I don't know why it's happening or what the accountability. We kind of jumped on it for a second, but I didn't know if we were going to go into a separate discussion about it. But I have actually seen, and I don't want to be the finger pointer, so I won't mention what channels they are. But it's interesting because I've watched now for the past 3 weeks or so about 2 or 3 WoW partners. So they play World of Warcraft primarily. Them and then a Just Chatting partner as well, a few of them out of Austin, Texas, that just sit and watch MasterChef on their partner channels, and they just sit and watch it for 4 or 5 hours, and then they switch to Dota. Twitch, that's just the kind of besides the pornography and the stuff that happens on the platform, that is inevitable until they get a system in place that's going to allow them to identify, that type of content. But how is it that a partner can get away with streaming a clearly copyrighted piece of content that, even if it's published, so like a few of the episodes had been published on YouTube, I had noticed that's where they were watching it. But how is it that YouTube or how is it that Twitch partners are allowed to stream a content that they don't own, and it's not being hosted on their channel or their platform? Because just because it's posted on YouTube doesn't give you the authorization to rebroadcast something onto someone else's channel.
Right.
So it's been interesting because those people, I mean, I'm not talking about someone that has 200 viewers, 300. We're talking about like 10 to 15 to 20,000 viewers at any time. So
well, I think you just answered your own question.
What's my answer? They don't
favoritism
because they carry 10 to 15,000 viewers at a time, and like we were talking about earlier, bad streamer, don't do that.
Master Chef didn't reach out to us and say no.
Yeah.
No one told us. I think that's their attitude towards it. But it's interesting because I think the one that I was watching last night, they got probably about 1,000 subscribers during the duration that they were watching it. So
oh my God.
Well, some people can shoo a cat away and get banned, and some people can literally throw it over their head and be totally fine.
Yep. Oh
that is 100% favoritism. There's no way to fucking walk softly around that subject. It's all about the cash. It's Amazon we're talking about.
Yeah, there have been
calling it Twitch, but it's Amazon at the end of the day.
Right. Oh yeah. When you have one person who has multiple accounts of animal abuse, of copyright infringement, of racist, like multiple racist situations, of dropping like hard RN bombs and still being there, you have to. But again, like when I see that stuff, I'm not like, "Rawr, Twitch, you are the devil." It's like, no, that's just what happens in every fucking corporation in the world ever. And that's never going to change. Now, does that mean that people shouldn't speak up about it? No. But I just like it can only go so far in my mind. I just like, I see it happening. I'm like, yes, okay, but it's just one of those things that it's just not going to change. It's been the same for centuries. There's always going to be favoritism, and there's going to be a time where you accidentally get a blowjob on stream and you're a big streamer and you go, "Oh, Daddy Twitch, please." Like, I didn't even know.
I forgot to turn my stream off.
It was only 15 seconds. And you're going to get that free pass and you're not going to think about it for a fucking second, because the only thing you're going to be thinking about is, oh my God, thank God I got that free pass. Oh my Lord.
So the difference though being that if I walk in with my pants down, right? Or if I accidentally drop an N-bomb, which, I'm not trying to validate that that's right at all. But if I accidentally do something or say, use a coined word or whatever, or do something that is an accident, that's one thing. But watching 4 hours of fucking MasterChef on a partner channel with 20,000 viewers, Twitch, wake the fuck up, please.
I mean, they let Ninja's channel fucking broadcast porn for 2.5 hours a day. So
it's just
a big deal.
It's crazy.
I don't disagree with what you're saying, but what I am saying is they're going to look the other way a little bit because they know that those people bring in so many viewers. And so it's going to be, if they get enough reports, they say bad streamer, don't do it again. But it is what it is, man.
So here's the question though, right? And I go to this with the coin of titty streamer, right? Someone that has like a premium Snapchat on the back end of their subscriptions, right? Where they're selling something that are relatively sexual on the back end of them receiving a subscription or donation on a different platform, which that being Twitch, right? It's like, at what point, right? So if you have a big streamer that has a lot of views, right? We won't use specific names, but if you have one of these titty streamers, why you have to allow everyone, you have to allow the affiliates, you have to allow everyone that is a titty streamer, anything like that, to also compete in that space. You cannot gatekeep by allowing someone to stream MasterChef. I should be able to create an account tomorrow and stream MasterChef for 5 hours and get 5,000 subscribers, and I shouldn't be shut down if a partner is also allowed to do the same thing. Because what you're doing is you're creating an environment where partners are allowed to continue to grow at a high percentage and at a high level based on illegal or actually streaming MasterChef is illegal. It's against the law. right? So you're allowing them to do something that's illegal, but then you're also gatekeeping and not allowing a younger or smaller streamer. If I'm to literally mirror and mimic the actions of a chick with her tits out, and I was also a female, and I was banned for the exact same action just because my channel is smaller, that is when it becomes morally and ethically wrong. I should be able to have the exact same opportunity to grow my stream to be the exact same size as someone that is doing those exact same things, instead of allowing one person to profit off of that just based on the fact that he has the viewers today or she has the viewers today, as opposed to it being longer down the road, right? So I don't necessarily, like, morally, there's obviously moral questions with allowing children to have access to that certain type of content. I personally don't give a shit, right? What I care about is the fact that it's a gatekeeping situation and scenario where a small streamer cannot do the exact same thing that these big streamers are doing based on their scale of their channel and the viewers that they have, to be able to grow to that point to create a business for themselves, because these people are making money based on either overly sexual content or illegally broadcasting that content. I should have that exact same opportunity to do that.
Brother,
right?
It comes to high viewership levels.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's all you're speaking to.
It's all money. It's all money. It doesn't matter
who's bringing in more money to the platform. They're going to look the other way for stuff that they can look the other way for. I mean, that's really,
if I could
the
grow
bottom
my
line.
stream to that point, why am I? So what the problem though is, I understand that there's a financial aspect behind that, right? Twitch is making a fuck ton of money. They made well, not a fuck ton, but like $5,000 at least last night based on someone streaming MasterChef last night. Twitch made money based on content that they don't own, that was being streamed by one of their partners. Twitch made money off of content that they don't own, right?
Which is why they look the other way.
But why don't I have, as a small streamer, the question to be asked, or to ask, is why don't I have the same opportunity to mimic what someone else is doing that is allowed in their channel? Why is it not allowed in a smaller streamer? So you're basically,
it's just the ROI. It's the ROI of everything. That's like Amazon execs don't give a flying fuck about Twitch. They just look at the balance sheet at the end of the month and say, okay, we're in the black, we're doing good.
Right.
So at the end of the day, the fact that they make $5,000 off the stream is enough money for them to look the other way long enough for them to make the money.
Right.
Whereas if they're making a couple $100 off of a smaller streamer, they don't give a flying fuck about it. Like, just get rid of him. He's going to be our scapegoat.
BBC. So what is they make $5,000 in the short term, and then they get sued for what? $600,000
if it ever goes anywhere,
right? And if it does, then they just DMCA it.
Billion, trillion. They take $20 trillion a year. Amazon has more money than the United States government.
Right.
So they could give a flying fuck about the BBC saying, we're going to sue you for $1 million for.
I'll show you a BBC.
Okay, dickhead.
Yeah, they probably won't give a shit. But in the long
80
term,
lawyers and 10 years worth of legislation in which you're going to go bankrupt before we give up. Like, we're just going to keep appealing and appealing and appealing. Like, that is a fault in our legal system, but that is no fault to fucking Amazon or Twitch or anybody else. Like, it is a private company. They can run it however the fuck they want.
But I hear you, Bishy. You're preaching to the choir, my man.
Bullshit. It's 100% bullshit.
I want equal opportunity. If someone,
we all do.
But that's just it. It's not a publicly owned. It's not.
If Trainwreck and Bean are allowed to sit for 5 hours and make that much money,
if Trainwreck is allowed on this platform at fucking all.
But so whatever, who gives
like
a
he
shit?
should be banned 15 times over.
Great, but if Bean, who's a World of Warcraft streamer, is sitting and watching he's playing World of Warcraft, but in the corner he's have fucking Gordon Ramsay in the corner. Why is it that he's allowed to do that, but Joe fucking Schmo can't do the exact same thing? It's because favoritism, which is one thing, but just allow it to fucking happen or don't allow it at all. Right? Have a fucking standard that goes across for everyone.
They can't allow it to happen overall because then they'll just get shut the fuck down. But I agree with you. I think it's terribly enforced, and it always will be.
Did a white male just ask for equality? What kind of podcast is this?
Privileges.
No, I hear you. All right, we got to move it right along. So we are going to jump into the question and answer. So we have I think 5 total here. So first we'll tackle the ones from Instagram. First question from Blackwrath to Bishop. Where did you learn to do all the 3D animation art for Pixelcraft? How long did it take?
So I've been doing graphic design related things through After Effects, Photoshop, Illustrator since I was like 15 years old. I only recently started getting into 3D stuff. A majority of it has happened in the past year. And the first thing I ever made in 3D, besides After Effects, like 3-dimensional can either be like the scene, you just basically extrude 2D objects. So you just have things placed in a 3D space that are actually 2D. And then 3D is obviously having a 3-dimensional part that can spin around like a beer can. So it's instead of being an image, it's basically actually polygons that make up an object. I've only been doing 3D stuff since I started streaming. And it's just been something that I've figured out how to do in a short period of time through Blender and a few other and through After Effects. So it's only taken probably the good part of the past 2 years. It just, I've had a necessity and a desire to make things. I think that's why Twitch is so cool, is because it's like, for me, it gives me an opportunity to produce a ton of content with my skills that can be used on Twitch, right? So it gives me that opportunity to want to do something and to continue to practice and get better and better. Because it's not like I'm not amazing at it, but I've definitly gotten decent.
I don't know. You're pretty fucking good at it.
Thanks, man.
I can't say.
I agree.
Take this compliment in the ass. Yeah.
Why doesn't everyone have the other opportunity to do 3D? God damn it, I'm triggered.
Next question from Game with Gray. How are you guys feeling about Twitch as a platform in recent events with issues not being addressed, promoting channels on Ninja's channel? I'm curious what you all think.
Let me go, boys.
So we kind of covered all of the things, but I think she's more asking, how do you personally feel about you on Twitch and where you are going in the future?
I'm going nowhere.
I feel good. I feel like Twitch has its problems, but I mean, I'm always learning. I'm always learning from other streamers that I like to watch, both good and bad, and I haven't gotten tired of doing it. Every time I'm getting ready to hit the start streaming button, I get little goosebumps and get nervous. So I think if that's the case, I think the moment that I stop feeling that way is the moment that I will probably stop streaming. Yeah. So I'm still feeling good about it.
As much as I love Twitch. It's the wild fucking west out here, chat. And listeners out there, everyone can bitch and complain about Twitch, but it pays you back as much as you put into it. And a lot of the time, if you put in a lot of work before you stream, you're going to be successful in some respect. And successful, it just depends on the metric that you're measuring. I mean, if you're basing it on viewership, it's a tough road. But at the end of the day, if you love what you're doing and it's something you genuinely enjoy, it's something that you should do at the end of the day. For myself, I love streaming. I mean, I've taken, 6-week breaks all of a sudden, just that impromptu breaks. Sometimes I disappear for a couple days to play WoW by myself. It's just because I love Twitch and I'm going to continue to stream on Twitch. I appreciate the fact that Twitch provides us with this opportunity to do things that, I can complain about Twitch for the past fucking 2 hours and say that their moderation is dog shit. And it's like it's completely ridiculous. They can't figure this shit out. But in reality, they're doing something that's good. I'd rather have a complete wasteland instead of having a police state. Mm-hmm. I don't want to have too much moderation. 100%. So 100%. I'd rather have it be this fucking big wasteland where people complain about things not happening than people complaining about too many things happening. So
I'd rather have 4chan and Tumblr.
Yeah,
Tumblr fucked it all up and they got rid of all the porn.
Did they?
Yeah,
I bet you can find you some. Yeah, I can find you some. Don't you?
I guarantee it's there.
It's gotta go looking for it. It's easier to find porn on Twitch.
Yeah, it's easy.
It's one of the recommended channels.
But yeah, at the end of the day, I'd rather have, just like I said, I'd rather have it be this Wild West where there's less rules. Just don't selectively police it. Either don't police that shit at all. Step up your moderation a little bit. Sometimes I don't want to see, a couple of dudes getting their rectums blown out.
Oh, come on! You see that every day.
I mean, I want to see it before I go to bed. I don't want to sit and fucking watch it while I'm looking for RuneScape channel. I don't want to see Bukkake while I'm busy looking for a World of Warcraft raid run. You know,
Oh my god.
it's just there's places for it, but I love to see it. I had a great time while the Artifact channel was taking off, and just to see, like, there's a lot of bullshit in there and some gnarly stuff, but there was a lot of funny channels. Some kids that were like playing one game and then had a picture of the Artifact game and saying like waiting for Q while playing World of Warcraft just to get viewership. I think that the culture behind Twitch is hilarious. And I
absolutely.
really yep. I love it.
It is in my everyday language now.
Oh yeah.
I cap a shit all the time. My wife just has no fucking idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's called Twitch talk.
My kids are talking in Twitch chat. What do I do?
I have two things to say regarding Twitch. I also love streaming. I love this platform. I love the people that are here right now. I love the people that are listening in the future. I have built an awesome place to carry out my hobby. Week in and week out, I love everything about it. The grass is always greener on the other side. Always, always, always. Again, I go back to my other point. Imagine if every moment of every day of all of your coworkers was broadcasted. What kind of things do you think you would see? Everything that you're seeing on Twitch right now.
I'd get fired.
And you find what you are looking for. And it is so blatantly obvious just by following somebody on Twitter for a week or two. It is so obvious what they are looking for in their everyday life. The negativity, the downside, the salt. They're always looking. Like, I always see when something goes on, Twitter just blows up with everybody putting in their hot takes, their 2 cents. It's like everybody's getting involved. Everybody's jumping on, throwing in hashtags.
Was
it's
it
like
trending like number 2 or number 7 or number 8.
I took a recording of what that hashtag looked like as it was blowing up. And you find what you're looking for. So if you're coming on here and like we were talking about earlier with the accountability factor, if you're always trying to point fingers, trying to figure out why whatever this other person is doing, I understand animal abuse is a huge fucking thing and it should obviously have the light shined on it. But what does Alinity chucking her cat over her head do to you personally and your stream? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It impacts your life as little as the fucking president of the United States. It
I actually
does
live
not.
underneath her, and the cat fell through the ceiling.
I think
Also,
the real
can
problem
cats land
is
on their
pat
fucking-
obesity.
Can't cats land on their fucking feet no matter how you
Everybody just
Is that bullshit?
It's
Has
cancel
anyone-
culture. It's cancel culture. 100%.
Absolutely. So again, that kind of shit, it should be on blast. But the people that spend day in, day out, and all of their energy of trying to go out and find all this shit, it's so obvious to me. And like, I can follow somebody for a week and be like, nope. See ya.
It's taxing as fuck.
Emotionally.
Like emotionally.
Yeah.
Like mentally. That's why I can't watch the news anymore. I don't give a flying fuck that Donald Trump played golf for the 489th time.
He
His
still
decisions
sucks.
have nothing to fucking do with me.
Right.
He's
Doesn't
a
at
fucking
all.
idiot. Everybody's a fucking idiot. I don't care about anybody else's life but my own.
Yeah.
Have you guys gone to the grocery store recently and just like looked at other people and like not been like, oh my god, how dumb are these people? I feel like maybe that's just
No,
me. Like I feel
I
like I'm the
just-
smartest person in the entire room all the time, except for this room. This is a nice
Like
room. Jimmy's smart.
most people say stay in your lane when they talk about like shit.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
We lost him.
Oh,
this
God,
government
Salty
thing
is
come down.
frozen.
fuck.
And it was funny because he was just about to go off too.
Yeah, dude.
I'm
Oh,
still
there he
here.
is. He's
Oh,
back.
he's still hey.
He's back. He's
Hey.
in.
He's back.
I'm in the red. I'm in the red.
Oh God.
Let me synthesize what he's gonna say. Basically, what he wanted to say is he's
Yeah.
a massive fan of everything political. He just
Yeah, I am 100% a fan of politics. I don't
All right, you're
watch-
back.
I don't do shit. Like I'm in a tunnel. I'm not in my own lane. I am in a tunnel all by myself. Like
Do you know what's great? You know what's
I
great?
shut out
is
everything.
the majority of people, right? So like there's always these headlines that pop up about Twitch, Alinity throwing her cat, someone saying this, doing that, whatever. Like fucking Asmongold picked his nose as a meme and there's people that like blast him and go on Twitter and they take it seriously. People like focus and they get really dramatic and emotional about
Billie
these
Eilish
things.
farted on a fucking
don't
interview.
affect them, right?
Yep.
They just don't affect you at the end of the day. But do you know what I love is the culture around Twitch that like when I'm streaming and I'm like, and you know, Ruby's sitting next to me, I'll be like, oh, I can just push her off. No one's going to give a shit. I love the fact that we can joke about these things that are extreme. In some of these things aren't extreme, like Alinity tossing her cat over the top of her head. I mean,
spitting vodka in its mouth is a different story.
Happening than that, and you should fucking realize that. And that if you can joke about it, it opens up an opportunity, even though it's not right. It opens up an opportunity for us to talk about it. I don't think everyone needs to be a fucking crybaby and cry bully other people into submission when they believe something's right or wrong.
But they will.
Oh yeah,
they'll try. But let's all like. It's funny. I'm going to continue joking about it. I'm going to continue making a joke about. It's a fucking meme. And the more we meme about shit on Twitch, the less seriously we take it, because at the end of the day, this platform's not about politics. And the more that we complain and bitch and moan about bullshit that's political, the more it's going to become that. But at the same time, we all fucking love drama. And the more drama we can get, the more it gets in our veins. As much as we all say, oh my God, my girlfriend or my wife, she's watching The Bachelorette. What a fucking idiot. Like they're sitting and they love the drama. We all do it. We all love drama. So let's just, you know, enjoy it. Enjoy it. Let's just fester in it. There's always going to be something tomorrow. Knackers might say, he might say, suck my ass to someone. And then all of a sudden in chat, they reveal their age. And then we have to like monk ass. But
wait, there's a certain age somebody has to be
to get their ass sucked.
JK. Just kidding. Kappa dab. Jesus Christ.
Stop taking shit so seriously and just fucking enjoy your time.
So
speaking of age,
agreed.
Next question comes from Falsify. Jimmy, how are you able to get into school every day for work with that mustache without having the authorities called?
You know, it's funny. Like that's kind of like the joke, because like there's some of the guys I work with that are like, man, that's a sweet mustache, you know, and whatever. And then I got a, other coach that, calls me a pedophile or, whatever, because I'm rocking the stash.
That's the guy who's jealous.
Yeah, that's exactly what I say. Like, hey man, you can't grow a fucking badass mustache. It's too bad.
It's fucking sexy.
It looks great.
When you're rocking one of these and you're cruising around the neighborhood in your windowless white van, asking kids if they want free ice cream, but I guess
ice cream.
Funny joke question, but I get. Well, maybe it wasn't a joke, but no, it's something that I never thought that I would actually like rocking, but now here I am, a 38-year-old man with a Selleck stash.
How much would I have to pay in order to get you to shave your head with a Bic razor and keep the mustache?
More money than you have.
All right. I'm gonna start a tip goal, and we'll decide.
More money than your Twitch chat likely could put together.
Okay,
but
fair enough.
You never know.
Next question from Snowguard77. What's your reaction to Gene Simmons' Pokemon Obstagoon and Hangry Chew Morpeko? What? I don't even know what this is. I'm so confused.
How do you not know about Gene Simmons' Pokemon Obstacle Course 360? Dude, Gene Simmons has done more Twitch platform than anyone.
Well, it was Gene Simmons saying that one of the Pokemon they created in the new game pays homage to Kiss.
Oh,
because it was black and gray and white and had a bunch of lines on it. It was just a complete, like, he just took that as his own. It's just a Pokemon whose still picture has its tongue hanging out, so he said it looked like him.
Oh.
Okay, motherfucker. Thanks for bringing yourself into a conversation nobody gave a fuck about.
That's exactly what that sounds like to me.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, it kind of looks like him. Look at the pictures with the arrow on its forehead. It kind of looks like him. But so how many other things
Salty,
look
can you
like
put a
this?
link in chat, please? I want to see what this looks like.
I will. I've got a GameSpot article.
Hopefully I don't fucking post something crazy. Oh no, that'll work.
Oh, okay. I mean, kinda. I guess
it's just a fucking thing with its tongue out.
Yeah,
it's really long. It's like a weasel-looking motherfucker that's black and gray.
Yeah, but it's definitely. I mean, it kind of looks like the boots, though. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a reach. It's a fucking stretch. But yeah, this definitely seems to me like just Gene Simmons just trying to like what's popular that I can relate myself to.
Yeah,
Pokemon. Yeah,
Like,
that's totally, yeah.
I agree that most of Europe and Asia is still completely enthralled in Kiss,
Yeah.
like the United States was 30 years ago.
Okay,
But
like
They didn't create a character based off of your ass.
all
It reminds
stage
me of-
antics aside, is Kiss good music?
No.
No, I mean they're
It's
okay.
like it's
Okay.
okay. It's like
There's a
poppy
few-
rock music. There's
There's
nothing.
a few of their songs that are enjoyable, like some of their stuff, but it's not like, yeah, they're very.
Yeah, especially when they went into disco age, they can.
It's like warm porridge, you know. It's just like, you know, if you're hungry, you'll eat it, but other than that, you're just like, whatever.
If you're in a restaurant and it's playing, you're not going to complain, basically. Do you know what it reminds me of? Whenever there's a new Fortnite skin or a new skin in a game, and people are like, wow, you made a skin that looks like this guy, or you made a skin that looks like this person. It's like, I mean, there's only so many representations of things and shapes and whatever. There's bound to, like, anything that you create, people are going to be like, hey, like, I know from the design world, I create something like, wow, this looks a lot like this. And I'm like, okay. Because there's only so much that people can make at the end of the day.
100%. All right. Final question from Paul. Who here has a Mixer account?
Just got one
Ooh,
the other
I
day.
just-
I just literally downloaded the app. I think last night.
Okay.
So I've had my Twitch account for, let me open up on, I've had mine since May 12th. Oh no, that's following. Since December 28th, 2013. And I stopped using Twitch for like, I just made the account. So I might have a Mixer account just because I may have made it back in the day. But I don't see why you wouldn't have one. Fucking make one, dude.
If you have a Microsoft account, you have to go to mixer.com and initiate your Mixer profile.
Yep. But your username is guaranteed. If it's
Because
the
of your
one you
Microsoft
used on
account
Xbox.
already?
So,
Okay.
Yeah, it's the same. Like, I had to make a new account because my old Xbox Live ID was fucking stupid because I was a dumbass kid when I made it.
Mine used to be Bubba
It was a
in
little
my
too
Halo days.
specific as to who I am.
I don't know how many times I've said this. The two usernames that I used to be were Bubba and Bubba Fett, but it was spelled not traditionally, just like my name now, so that I could get it anywhere. But that's who I was before I was a knacker. So, and that's what my Xbox Live gamer tag
Who
was.
you really are, is what you mean. It's your real identity. You're a fake now with this knackers bullshit. It should be
See,
Bubba.
but here's the only problem is that name was given to me by my high school girlfriend, and it's fucking
Fuck that
trash.
bitch.
Yeah, I hate it. So I don't go by that anymore.
Bubba, fat.
Oh my god. You just took me back, man.
PTSD.
I just threw up in my mouth.
Oh man. All right, we gotta get the fuck out of here. Today was a fantastic show, but unfortunately we have to end it here. So what we're gonna do real quick is go around the room one final time. You better chug that right now, Salty.
Fuck you. I'm hammered.
We're gonna go around the room one time and have everybody reintroduce themselves and where you can find them online and what they might have up and coming. So SaltySam, sir, we'll start with you.
My name is SaltySam. You can find me on Twitch at SaltySam and Instagram Salty All Day. That is the only place you'll really ever see any activity.
My name is Jimmy, aka MiddleAgedStream. You can find me on Twitch and Instagram at MiddleAgedStream, MiddleAgedStream on Twitter. And coming up, because football season started and I'm back to coaching, I'm only really streaming Wednesdays and Saturdays now. So, but I'm finishing Uncharted 4, and you'll see me doing some No Man's Sky real soon. And mixed in with some other stuff, but yeah, that's really what I got coming up, and I'm super excited about it.
Hey guys, I am Elliot Bishop, aka BishopGP on Twitch. Bishop was here on Twitter. And if you want to find me, you can find me just on the 100th episode of the Crocs and Hot Pockets podcast.
Landmark!
Landmarked it.
Centennial Edition.
Yes, the Centennial. One question for you knackers.
Yeah.
Before we go. Because it is the 100th episode, what has been your favorite moment in your history of doing the Crocs and Hot Pockets podcast?
Oh man.
Memorable.
That's a toughie.
That is a toughie.
What comes to mind?
The first thing that comes in mind is me ripping my door off of its hinges while getting up to go grab a drink. That's number one. Number two is Salty whipping out a fucking Glock in the middle of the show and going, motherfucker! That feels like that was fucking
I
forever
will tell
ago.
you, that is why I'm wearing my old GSN shirt, is because of this being the 100th anniversary, and I was trying to find how many episodes of GSN Weekly you guys made.
52.
And the whole GSN YouTube channel has been cleared.
Yeah, gone. Completely gone.
It's gone. But I was looking today to find out. So,
yeah, it was either 51 or 52 episodes. It was like exactly a year.
I went on that show I think 2 or 3 times, and then I've been on this show for 100. Well, I've been here for probably, let's just go ahead and say 95 of this episode.
Probably around there.
So it's been pretty fucking crazy.
The clip of Red Boots making fun of Speed for living in a swamp, and then Salty pulling out a gun right after that. Back before it wasn't okay to have a gun in camera view.
Like falling.
Okay, you just talked like a million miles a minute. That was insane.
I haven't talked in like a minute and a half.
What the fuck?
It just came
weird.
through.
That was so weird.
I talked for a while, and then I realized that my screen was frozen.
Oh fuck. That would definitely be probably, yeah, that would have to, I think that would have to be like one of my, when I'm thinking back of like highlights from the previous episodes, and I don't have that great of a memory. I remember that being one of the clips that I fucking laughed the hardest about. Yeah, I think it'd have to be that. Honestly, like every single time I have somebody new on, it's such a new experience, and it's always like such a fucking great time. So that paired with my not so great memory kind of makes it hard for me to think of one on the spot. But
so what you're trying to say is the best part of Crocs and Hot Pockets are the friends we made along the way.
This is so very true. You're goddamn right, Jimbo. Bishop, did you go last?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can find me there. And additionally, thanks for having me. This is my 3rd time on a podcast with you.
Yeah.
I appreciate, honestly, the amount of work. We talked about hard work on Twitch, and I started jerking you off a little bit, but honestly, you are probably the hardest working person that I know on Twitch, and we appreciate you for having us for 100 episodes.
I nutted already. You're gonna get me twice. Thank you. I'm glad it shows. I try hard, and all I want to do is just provide the best content, whether it's comedic or educational. You just want to bring value to people's lives, man. That's all we're trying to do here.
Where does sucking ass come into that?
Yeah, you gotta suck ass.
It's actually both.
Gotta do it.
It's actually both. If you're asking the guy who owns the windowless white van, it's both.
All right, guys, we got to bounce on out of here. If you want to stick around to rate another channel, you can do that. But otherwise, we will see you in 1 week. We're going to be having Game with Gray, Conbot, and Gigantic Gent on for a podcast next Sunday, and it's just going to be a small streamer powwow, as Twitch likes to call us. Just want to kind of get a feel for how other small streamers are doing on the platform, and I think it's been a great episode. So that will be episode 101. Thank you guys so very much for checking out the podcast, and to the audio listeners in the future, we appreciate you too, and everyone else, go fuck yourself. Have a great night. We love you. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye.